A 2-key publisher sale. You even have something available from that, I wonder. Here, ooh, damn son, we actually do something. Ah, not exactly. There's no prices for those. Kiek. Okay, so you can add the cart. Can you actually buy it though? The one out season pass. They forget to remove the season pass. No, you can't even add it anyway. Kiek. Kiek. Classic. Classic. Damn, Zero Zevert already 20% discount. How's it doing? 91% positive, eh? Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it was early access. Yeah, I played demo this one. It was pretty good. That was pretty nice. A very good game. You're right. A Bruce Wayne's birthday. Damn son. The Gamma really can play a Zero. How so? Why? The Stalker Gamma? I mean, it's different genres still. Why can't you still just play it? Oh damn, the Weeb stuff. The Weeb sale. Made in the Abyss game. Damn son. They're farming them Weebs there. I'll see how it is. They be farming. The Japan Pro Wrestling. Damn son. It's all reviews, huh? Even wrestling weebs, huh? When the regular gacha is not weeb enough, you just go for a Japanese wrestling. I see how it is. The Wargaming bundle. Why though? It's all free. Cross game bundles. The grab for free. Pog. Free shit. Insane. Insane. Yeah, I wonder how much. Did they get any boost from Seth's video there? I wonder. I see Weasel, alright. Hello. Apparel remastered? No, I am not. Stuff is kinda expensive and everything. If I would get the key, maybe I would. But I mean, it's still pretty much the old game. I wanted to play old game though. I wanted to get that one going. And apparently they even cut some mechanics or anything for from old games, so why would you? Or why would you even? It's the super Kumer stuff. The bloody spell. The fun service Souls like. One and only. A game dev life simulator. Damn son. See as I say. Well, I mean, we're getting that stuff here now too. To some extent at least. So yeah. I know the feel. Is it 25% like release discount? That's quite a chunky release one. Yeah, seems like it. The simulator of a game developer, you'll be able to understand all the subtleties of this profession. Oh yeah, you sure cleaning a lot as a game dev. That's true. Let's see. Understand how the game industry works and all the difficulties of one developer. Damn son. You already tried Ultan? Is it actually relatable there? I mean, it seems like the full beam galore there. A full beam galore. The Lost Haven. Who that? Post-apocalyptic base building. Ooh, recently mixed. I guess out of early access or something. Manage settlement, learn technology. Make decisions, produce weapons, ammunition, organize defense, rate for supplies in other areas, do not let residents die, survive nuclear winter. It seems it was kind of doing good then. But I have a feeling they probably were just out of early access a little too fast, probably, weren't they? Game requires resource you cannot produce. Many bugs and issues, no tutorial. AI is stupid, clearly still needs a lot of work. Okay, so yeah, I guess that was a little too fast out of early access. Here we are. Well, there's no tutorial on how to play the game, and little to no info on what things do. Yeah, I can't understand what to make of it because the grammar for it's so bad. Not much information on what research does. Alright, AI is total mess, glitches all over the board, people dying of starvation with enough food and storage, and that could go on. Game will have a really slow update rate according to devs. I think twice before purchasing. 1st of December 2022. Yeah, they just stopped updating. They just released it. They just dealt with that problem, you know, in a radical way. And we're too slow with updates, so let's roll a 1.0. And call it a day. And then we don't need to roll any more updates because the game is out. Poog, easy. Easy life. Oh yeah, the dankness is out. Very positive. Nice. Yeah, that's the very dank. A very dank art game. The artsy one. So this one on Game of the Devs, I think it was. Day of the Devs. Oh, Day of the Devs show. Collect the bones and stuff to build a partner. So yeah, this is a little dank. Might be not for everyone. To put it mildly, looks pretty cool though. Looks pretty cool. Knights of a Brave Land. This looks like something that instantly gonna be shit mobile game. Cause this one actually seems like it to me myself personally in a way. Not gonna lie to you. This is one of the rare cases when it actually looks like this to me too. Not like it's a bad thing, but yeah, just kind of like, I don't know. Seems kind of not like my type of art style in general. I guess concept is kind of nice though. Hello. This one looked like shit. Castle Crushers wasn't that bad though. I mean, this one doesn't look like shit actually. It looks good. It's just like this like style and everything. It's just kind of like, I don't know, not my style. Let's put it that way. You know, the gameplay seems good. Some cool fears to go in there. Good reviews too. The Flash game style, kinda, yeah. It's like part. This is probably like the thing that what we read on postmortem a few minutes ago, right? When dude said like I tried to do hand-drawn stuff and it just looked, you know, kind of weird and like a Flash game. So I stick to pixel art and it looks good. I feel that might be the one there. The Eldaron is out. Very positive. That's nice. 93% positive even. Damn son. Not bad, eh? Not bad, eh? This one looks quite good. Pixel art sim, but you rehab, I say. No, I wouldn't say like I'm like, you know, super pixel art, you know, leaning, but like it's kind of like easier for the game to look good for me when it's pixel art than when it's like hand drawn or something. Unless you go for like low poly style and stuff like this, then it's kind of like alrighty. Let's see what I say. Wait, Elderon Sky Island. That one was also promoted in Elderon the page. So, what? Whoa. Did I just click the wrong one? I did. Fucking idiot you, man. I was like, what? Yeah, this one is not... It's not that... This is the pixel stuff. And the action platformer with RPG elements. I think we saw this one before. It's like a roguelite or something? Doesn't look like it. The red gear. Super feels good. I mean, if you want some like ARPG to grind and you don't really like, you know, the typical kind of meta ones, then I guess if you like the style, I wouldn't say it was something like wow. Like I wouldn't, if I wanted to play RPG, I probably wouldn't just go for it. Hello, McCafe. I see Turbalist, I see. I hope that will pass soon. The cat pain. Yes, that was Sky Island there. Miss Naika. Now there's the another horror one. Free horror. 10 dates. So that one before. Oh yeah, the meme became a game. I thought this was already a little too late for the meme. I thought they got a little too late with this release, but I guess they got it still. And they went with the full memes there, I see. Alright. Thank you, Gieben. Thank you, Gieben, to waking everyone up there. So they got the full meme mode here. But it cost like 50 cents or something there. So I guess. The whole 18 rubles, yeah, exactly. Insane amount of money there. And yeah, actually worked pretty well in the end, with the amount of reviews and everything. Ultra Giga patch, damn son. The full meme stuff. Well, you need to know the memes for that shit though, because it's like pretty much basically just based on the Doctor Lives Here, a walk meme from old Soviet cartoon. The Giga Chad walk. And someone made a whole game based on it, which I mean is cool though. Very cool. It's a nice cartoon too, I have to say. It's like cartoon mixed with live video and everything. Based in Treasure Island. United Heist. The co-op heist thingy. Co-op campaign. Who stays back managing the intel and who is going into the facility to accomplish the task in this asynchronous co-op puzzle game. I see. That's a good idea, actually, though. That's a nice idea for like there are like asynchronous co-op games with puzzles, right? Like keep talking, nobody explodes and stuff like this. Yeah, these guys took it a little further there, seems like, and for more people too, I guess. How many people co-op doesn't say. And you and your friend. I guess 2 people only. Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it's only 2 people. But it's also free to play. So, why not? Why not? I already too much, friend. Feels bad, man. Not false, not false. Shadow Warrior 2, 90% discount, damn son. Was it already free somewhere? War Tales, the Elden Ring, the one and only. Floating Life. Floating Life 2. Yeah, it's one of those kind of like debatable ones that you're not sure if you want to click, but it should be fine, I guess. They got the fun service, but not to the full. Sandbox, fairy quest, interact with NPCs in real time. Experience the ups and downs of fairy quest together. Change Zongate. Experience the Reach adventure map in real-time combo grind to discover truth of the earth and earth's changes, change your fate. And it seems like the Google Translate all over the place, to be honest. To be honest. "19th of February. Game release time announcement." That, like, more games should do that for sure. Get that release time there. It's very nice. So that's very nice. My dream setup. Oh yeah, the setup building thingy. Relaxing and casual. That's actually kind of not a bad thing. First I thought it was kind of like, oh, one of these again, but then, you know, it's not too bad. I need more of this, you know, replacements for software to plan your apartments and stuff. Why not? Why not? Developer gets, you know, a game out. Players, users get a tool to plan their apartment and everything. Why not? It's kind of like some people do it in Sims and everything, after all. Your turn to die. Death game by who? By majority. Damn, son. Is another Amogus-like or something? A multi-ending horror adventure game. Amogus horror. Feel trapped in a mysterious place. Okay, I see. I see. A dead game by majority. I think it's like not someone, it's like actually, you know, people voting for who's dying. I mean, in that way, probably. Multi-ending horror adventure, right. RPG Maker Festival. Wait, you telling me this one is? I guess it kind of could be, but it seems like something you would make probably with some visual novel stuff rather than RPG Maker. To be honest. But maybe. Wouldn't be surprised, though. A Geet Delvers. Online co-op action roguelike. Fight, sneak, cast, and jump your way through hostile worlds. Dungeon crawling roguelike. With everything you find, upgrade your gear to your liking. Discover lost worlds beyond the gates, alone or with friends. Alright. For some reason I was expecting this is gonna be, you know, like dark and darker, just like from this perspective or something. From the beginning of description at least. There was one that tried to do kind of like dark and darker or like Tarkov-ish experience from like the top-down perspective. They gave it away for free on Epic not so long ago. I think it didn't go like that crazy successful. Especially considering it was free on Epic already, you know, like 4 months after release. Now, research story. Another Stardew like. Set out discover record plants, creatures of the wild archive. Grow crops, tame animals, and build the perfect farm. Forge friendships along the way as you begin your life as a researcher. I'll see. Wonder when this genre will get like, you know, cool. There's so many already, I feel like. But I guess it never gets old, eh? It just never gets old, eh? Yeah, people keep Stardewing in different games, eh? Redemption Reapers. Damn son. Dark fantasy. Sunday on the world, the macabre mort armies and destroy nation after nation, leaving humanity decimating in their wake. Among the forces resisting the mort is a small band of mercenaries known as the Ashen Hawk Brigade. Damn son, there's some relevances there. It's macabre. The Power War Simulator, damn son. That's something to marathon indeed, eh? It's kind of like one of those, what's the name? Like the Avalon, Dark Fantasy Avalon series with the King Arthur stuff. Seems kind of familiar, huh? But them tactical battle is, well, it seems like with cutscenes and stuff, the production value is pretty good at least. At least something. Metal Mutation. A not so distant future taken over by companies and technology. Cyborg and an AI fight together to save mankind from adenoviruses. Alone or as a team of 4 players, damn son. 4 people. A roguelike dungeon crawler. There's a demo, nice. A demo sounds good, eh? Classic roguelike. Rich fun skill sets. Oh, this one gonna be out. The Inti creates a one and only the Bloodstained there. It was the demo of this one. I haven't played that. You haven't played that? I still need to play Bloodstained, to be honest. Like in the same universe or something even, maybe. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's the same. The same studio, Gunvolt. Actually, I think this one did like a spin-off for... Oh yeah, there's the Galgun and everything. Yeah, and the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, yeah. Not the Bloodstained itself, I guess. Yeah, so a bunch, really. Yeah, the... kind of the spin-off Bloodstained game, I guess. Wait, Curse of the Moon 2. Then they also got... Oh, just Curse of the Moon. Alright, alright. So they're actually farming those, huh? So I guess now they decided to get, like, their own a version without relying on the Bloodstained franchise, probably. I guess. Why not? Blood Bowl 3. This one is very soon. 23rd, alright. On the icon. Maybe we'll see. A Blood Bowl, I never played them. I always kind of wanted to. Seemed quite interesting. The editions though. 48 hours early unlock. Oof, dude. Oof. Here we go again. The classic. Sons of the Forest. Man, this one is like the top wish listed. Like, bro. Not some Starfields on or stuff. No. Sons of the Forest. Steam top wish listed. That's all you need. Gonna be early access now, though. Apparently they decided to not delay it anymore and just release it, but in early access. I see how they say. I see, so correct. Well, I mean, they could just delay it again, but yeah, I guess they kind of just don't want already to lose the momentum. It's gonna... I have a feeling it might be like getting a lot of shit on and stuff and like bad reviews in the start. Because it got so like kind of hyped up and everything. Now it's also gonna be like, you know, early access release. That will be probably kind of janky and undercooked. And a lot of people who are hyping it up might get a bit disappointed. AMQL, hello. Sons of the Forest. Not a day one buy for sure. Yeah, I would say it's better to wait, yeah. Especially now that it's an early access. And it's also a survival game, so, you know, that's the type of the games that you can still play even just in, as with co-op even now. Well, especially with co-op, you kind of can get it on early access, I feel. Survival games are something that, for me personally, at least you can just play in early access. Especially in multiplayer. Because, you know, still kind of like every run's gonna be a little bit different, so why not? The game's so hyped up. Yes, it's the sequel to Forest, basically. Not sure why it is so hyped up, actually. That I don't know. Because I don't think Forest is like some sort of like super crazy... Well, I mean, I guess it kind of is if you think about it with this amount of reviews. Which I also not sure why exactly. It is one of those that is like a really good early access example. How it develops and stuff, but still, is it like let's compare to like Subnautica, for example. Yeah, it's like even more massive than Subnautica. Well, technically, obviously, it's not exactly an indicator, but still. Yeah, also almost the same time too. April 2018, January 2018. Let's see, so I see. Give the illusion of being smart, I say. And their next game is very different. Wait, which one? Not all like Subnautica? Is this the one that is already out? The Moonbreaker? That one is out already. That one already out for like a few months actually. It already managed to fail and everything, so you know. They're going back to Subnautica. Apparently they already working on it even. The new Subnautica game, because this one flopped. This one flopped. So I have a feeling they kind of now just skidding it down. Didn't notice it coming out. Yeah, because it was microtransaction fiesta. With some gacha elements and stuff pretty much. So people just shit on them over that. Now they removed all the microtransactions. Or like at least, you know, limited it, I guess. But the moment was lost. So yeah, I feel like they're probably just gonna like scale down on developing it, maybe, judging by, you know, when the last updates were and everything. Kind of have a bad feeling about it. Yeah, they have kind of. There was some like weird stuff. 1 second, we can scroll. Yeah, like it was like really good and everything. The username is my entire email address, alright. Only way to get my nickname changed was to purchase a name change. There isn't the store in Moonbreaker. Oh, because they just removed it. Yeah, the revolutionary way of storytelling. Yeah. And I mean, they got it's dead. They got like the hyped author and everything, but even that didn't really help. Gacha loot box monetization, at least make it free. Pure greed. Yeah, people were just mad that they like charging full AAA price almost, a bit less. And also on top of that, monetizing. I do agree, lore cute, gameplay loop is okay. Yeah, game costs $30, features additional $25 founders pack. Additional microtransaction via real money currency. Currently gives you enough boosters to likely get all units even before playing a single game. That's not the issue and great. Then can collect more in-game currency through different progression systems, which is finite though. There's no way to earn infinite blanks, the in-game currency, except for if you go for 100% win rate in the PvE mode, which will earn you the 100 blanks entry. So you'd make 20 each round. If you only get into stage 4 or 5, or you only make 70, which is 10 less than entry cost. Yeah, so like pay entry fee, and then depending on your, you know, results, you're not even making that back. Just to play, I guess. So at some point, or if you want to upgrade the visuals of your units even earlier, you will run out of that in-game currency. Microtransaction price is already pretty hefty. A bold for its current form as a buy-to-play title. Gaslighting early publication, the user voices on the store and cargo run issue, implying and partially claiming that everything will be totally different at early access, placeholder values. Which was not the case. Nothing changed, suppose placeholder values were not placeholder values. And publisher is, yeah, the PUBG, the craft on. So dudes already had like, dudes on a roll with Callisto Protocol, with this also. On a roll, man. On a roll, huh? Oh yeah, they also are owners of the studio. Yeah, so I guess they just, you know, let's buy a Subnautica studio, and instead of, you know, making something good, let's just make them... Let's just force them to make dollars, you know. And yeah, after that, I think they just kind of scaled down development, probably. Yeah, so there were some hot fixes. Yeah, business model change in October. The cargo run update also first. That's the one that you need to pay for and get some money back from it. Yes, early access release September. In the month they already removed the microtransaction stuff. Removed one first content patch. And it seems like it... Oh, it was a second content patch actually. Astra Story E 1.2 in December. So they had end of October and early December. So like a couple of months basically rotation, and it's already kind of... Oh yeah, that's 1.3 December 16th. Then they went for the holidays and never returned. Oh, the experimental build. In development, Moonbreaker builds. Alright. Yeah, and after holidays, they kinda stopped, I guess, doing stuff much. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, it seems kinda not that good. How's the comments going on there? And the other changes, it says like 3 people who still... Or 2 people, there was one developer. It's like 2 people who's still playing, I guess. There was 5 earlier. No, I meant switch this to this one. It's like the weird soundtrack track there. Time limited seasons big and open. Oh, they still trying to get some FOMO on. They got the FOMO. So yeah, basically, yeah, that is the Subnautica devs game. Welcome to farming. Now they're making another Subnautica apparently, though. According to some leaks and stuff, it was supposed to be another Subnautica now in the works, so we'll see. Play the game faster, it's gone, yeah. But game devs able to reproduce their blockbuster title success? I mean, that's kind of doable. The thing is, like, do you really need to reproduce it exactly? I feel like a lot of them, like, they do reproduce, but the thing is, like, a lot of, like, successes like that in indie development and stuff, I feel. A lot of those big examples, right? Big successes, they are, like, Subnautica, for example, right? It was something that was being built over the years in early access and stuff. And a lot of people, you know, kind of like, a lot of praise, a lot of, like, the main mass of people were joining when it was, like, finished, polished and everything. And then, you know, they do like a second part and it's also like something early access or something, and people just like who saw the final product of the first game, they're just kind of like, what is this shit, man? It's bad. Subnautica 1 was a fluke? I don't think so. Subnautica 2 was, I think, had the issues with the, oh, like this below zero, with like that I mentioned. Like Subnautica 1 was in early access for years, and then they released this one also in early access, I remember initially, right? And a lot of people already like played the first one, you know, and they got like kind of more of just the same. And then first one is already way more polished and everything, so why would you even, like, you know, bother playing this? No one likes segments outside water, I see. Yeah, Kira, hello. Hating everything with time-limited passes. With the shoehorn story. Wasn't the first one also with the not, you know, the super crazy story that just arrived way later down the line after some updates, and it ended up being kind of alrighty. It was kind of just like, you know, the thread that just like guides you through the biomes and kind of, you know, directs you to try everything. And the time limited passes and stuff in single player games, I think it is totally bad. Like the FOMO in regular single player game, I don't even know. Like if it's multiplayer, you know, that's might be kind of okay depending on the game. But on single player, yeah, not sure about that. Hey, Into Dev, hello. How you doing? Yeah, it was the text logs and stuff, yeah. But that's the thing, like the story wasn't even like initially there. Like it was created like way later just to kind of give the guidance sort of to people. So it wasn't the main focus of the game. Like wasn't even like in general kind of like supposed to be sort of like Rust, Ark, whatever, just underwater. And then they kind of made it into more of a single-player full experience and abandoned the goal of making it multiplayer and everything and just focus on single-player stuff. The season pass, but you can buy the stuff in the next season. Yeah. I mean season passes and stuff. Yeah, not the FOMO stuff. FOMO stuff. Yeah, fuck that. See there, right? The very rare salmon. Yeah, like the story was pretty much just like as I said, like the thread to just guide you through the biomes, so you know like where kind of to go. So it's not completely, you know, full free mode as it was in the first updates when it was just out. That the microtransactions are ultra mega expensive, I see. Well, you have an option at least. You have an option at least. Yeah, let's check out his stores, see what is up. See what is up. Yeah, the Pharaoh New Era, that is the one. How's this one doing on GOG? Oof, not that good, huh? Won't seem like very positive or something. It's kinda chunky for... Oh, mixed, okay, I see. So I guess it is actually a little bit of a... fiesta with this one. Fun until it completely breaks, alright. Excited for reskin. Yeah, the thing is like the reskin for that much money? Not sure. I'm pretty sure like the HD mods and the solutions to run the old one probably would be way more reliable. And way more cheaper. Even though game like the basic old game also was kinda chunky. That's why I didn't buy it like instantly kinda. Wanted to wait for some sales and then, you know, the Fiesta started, so now you can't really buy shit on GOG. Playable buggy mess. Alright. Core gameplay is similar to original. And this game was rushed by a business to actually release it. Minor inconsistencies which you can find compared to original are noticeable. Spend original game a way more time than you should. You'll notice them here. I see. So they actually, as people said, cut some stuff from the remaster. That is a debatable decision. Music remakes, art style beautiful, loyalty to the original for the most part, nostalgia. Waiting 2 years for a buggy and otherwise poor quality game. Can't rotate maps. Why was that removed? No minimap. UI is difficult to navigate, a lot clunkier than the original, with massive notifications. Many graphs and buttons with no explanation or meaning. Have to decipher them like a genuine hieroglyphics. Completely reworked the military system. No longer have any control of the units and cannot control them on the map. Opted for auto-generated combat system. Not a fan. No way like the original and is awful. Why would they change it? Did the military change? Hostile animals have a free reign on the map and ransack your town, and there is nothing you can do about it. Alright, even the constables do nothing to these animals. Why? Yeah, so it seems kinda might be a little better to just play the original, if you have it. It was on GOG. I wonder if they removed the original, or is it still there? Or was it? Heroes on sale. Oh, damn, son. Yeah, Pharaoh plus Cleopatra. Yeah, you can just get like 2 for fucking $5. Yeah, and this probably with like HD mods and stuff will still work pretty fine. Like I'm pretty sure just upscaled will be looking alrighty. Pretty sure. Old favorite unplayable. Well, you probably need to fix that. Buggy but fun. Oh, maybe they remastered the bugs in the new version too then. That's why. Let's So we'll see, we'll see. I got some boo-boo going there indeed, That they did, Morrowind on sale. Boog. Disco Elysium, nice. SFW weekend up to 90% discount. Damn, son. From boomers to coomers continues. Yeah, Nubis, hello. How are you doing? The complete old world. The full edition, nice. New Vegas. The Bioshock collection. And the World Morrowind Combat. I love Morrowind Combat, dude. I actually do. I actually do it. Claim a being, 6 intrigue and scalpels. Damn, son. Let's go. Easy free stuff. Nice, Anubi's nice. Sounds good, man. Sounds good, The thing is, like, Oblivion kinda has it too. It just, like, doesn't really, like, say. Like, you can even look at my streams, like, when you do like spell casting, it's easy to see. Like, when you just, like, dump those fireballs at the enemy, and you see some of them just, like, do nothing to the enemy, basically. But they still, you know, go out. You think that, you know, it works, but in fact, it's basically Morrowind. It's just, instead of, like, telling you that, you know, your spell failed or something, it just kind of, like, doesn't do anything. I think so. Morrowind Combat is the best of Elder Scrolls, they say. Even that much. Or like when you hit them with the weapon, it doesn't say that you miss or something, you just do like very little damage, then sometimes it's like successful hit and you do a bunch instantly. So I think it's kind of like still the same combat, just they kind of masked that calculations, you know, under a little bit different guise, but it's still the same. But it's still the same, pretty much. I see that they were, yeah, I believe in sale too. Shadowrun Trilogy for $11. That's a good one also. That's a good one also. The round base in Oblivion. That might be a bit too dank. That might be a bit too dank, I feel. But you know, why not? To each their own. Yeah. Heroes instantly at the top again as soon as it's on sale. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. Heroes 4 even. Nice. A bunch of settlers also on sale in the top, but new settlers aren't. What a twist. What a twist. A lost theory, yeah, I just like can't even like browse on GOG because there's no filter also. The Coomer removal. You can't do the Coomer removal. Yeah, new one I can't even check, I guess. Probably, right? Is it the... Oh, it's not on Steam actually even. Yeah, it's on Uplay and Epic. I remember. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the remake. The remake. True hacks are true. Can be. Well, let's see. At the Epic. Gonna shit it up. Well, with the remake, that's actually a bit scary though. But we'll see. Like, the studio in general is good with remasters. They so far did a lot of good ones. But remake, we'll see. A Wild Hearts. Kyuk. I can even buy it from here? Nah. Them. Is Electronic Arts also so desperate they're allowing it to... Ah, yeah. There we go. There we go. Knew it. Knew it. Not that I need to. Yeah, that's the settlers, bruh. Especially with these prices, like, get out. Yeah, this is not even available. Yakus. Classic. The Last of Us. Far Cry Trial Weekend. Damn son. The War Peeps. That was nice. Bloodlines 2 dead, by the way. It seems like it, yeah. They just like didn't give us any communication for a very long time already at this point. So you could kinda assume that it's probably not doing too well. Not doing too well, to put it mildly. I would say so. And not too many of the refundable buyers. I can't even check really. But that's the thing, like the Returnal, a lot of Sony releases in general, they don't really do that well on release instantly. But they have a good long tail though, because you know, like they release it pretty much for the full price, and the people are like, well, why? The game is old already. Why would they buy full price? Yeah, people just wait for sales and then get it at some point, so they kind of like stretch out. The key for Atomic Hearts, I gonna play it on the Game Pass. Atomic Hearts, I gonna play on Game Pass. Hey Pony, how we doing? So yeah, I don't think it actually like really flops though, because the thing is we would already hear about it. Like Sony would be a very first one to say like, oh shit, those game ports on PC are not really making it, you know, not that profitable. But they don't say that, so that means they're probably actually making something out of it. But yeah, I feel like it's just not all the games, not all the games, and it takes a while to make that profit because yeah. And they changed the recommended from 32 to 16, I see. It's on Game Pass, yeah. Atomic Hearts is on Game Pass. Not here though, because here one of the stores got like exclusivity for it. So it's being sold only on one store. And not even on Game Pass. That's the first time I think the Game Pass has like different regional games. But yeah, a little bit of magic. And I have it. And I have it pre-installed. In the November dev build, apparently so, yeah. Apparently some dev build did leak. Need Epic account for Eternal Steam? Yeah, I heard something. I couldn't see because it's not available even, but yeah, I heard so. And that sounds weird. That sounds weird indeed. That's why people on Steam probably not very happy. And giving money to VK. Well, at least VK, you know, works with our payment methods. That's already good. That's at least something. But other than that, yeah, talk that stuff. Installs mini Epic client for cross-platform multiplayer. Okay, I see. Well, so if you don't want to play multiplayer or with someone from Epic, you just don't even need to install anything. Yeah, no one might even know because no one bought it. And no one actually knows. Are you forced to install it since it's prerequisite package? I see. All right. Yeah, that I can see people not being very happy about it. That's for sure. I can see that. Fucking Honkai all over the place. Let's see what's the news. What's the news? Settlers Kick. New Honkai stuff. The Twin Stick I think we saw before. Actually, what happened with Blink? Blink was also on Steam, I think, wasn't it? Maybe not. Yeah, we watched a trailer before. Oh, it's mixed. Okay, I see why then. I see why it's not showing. Hey, Johnny. Cute little game, probably a bit expensive for its duration, especially if you buy it twice to play online. Sporadic disconnects while playing online, not ideal but manageable. But installs Epic Games Launcher service, whatever in the background without asking, without mentioning it on the store page, unacceptable. So basically everything with crossplay now seems like, because yeah, this is also the co-op stuff. So stuff with crossplay now is installing the Epic stuff to provide the crossplay with Epic. And people mold, eh? I'll see. Let's see accuracy. How's it going, Johnny? The Honkai is gonna be... Where was it? Yeah, the Honkai Star Rail. When was that shit? The wish listing kicks off today on Epic Games Store. The last week, yeah. Oh yeah, the pre-registration. To get pre-registration to get free shit. Free shit, brother. Let's go. We all want free shit. I might try that stuff, we'll see. Kinda depends, kinda depends. We'll see how the time management will be going. And you play it on Steam. What if you want to show all your Steam friends how much of a weeb you are? So they see the notifications that you started playing. It's the Honkai Impact. They customize the notifications also, so you can already like flex in notifications or something. How huge is your waifu collection and stuff? With the flexing. Alright, let's get to the news part. See what is up. Let's see. Alright, scroll up. Decent amount, decent amount. Dead Island 2 is launching a week early. Already went gold and it's coming out a week early. See in LA on April 21st. It's one of those rare cases when it's actually even early. I feel like it's some marketing stuff now too. When everything is delayed, you just, you know, plan it a little ahead and go that you are releasing early now all of a sudden. Boom. Everyone's shocked. 3 League of Legends games arrive this year, including a new title, The Mage Seeker. The Mage Seeker, damn son. From what game they are running? I guess what is in May? Was Jedi Survivor, or did they delay that one too? I don't remember. Like there was so many delays and stuff that I just don't even remember there. Oh, Zelda, yeah, true. Alright. Oh, Jedi is in April, alright. Zelda, yeah. Makes sense then. Two of these titles, Song of Nuno and Convergence, had been previously announced. The third game, The Mage Seeker, makes its debut. Just like shows a bunch of stuff here. I guess, why not? Oh, why not? A short one though. Do this one. Here. Plans for the year.
Every adventure is better with a friend.
It's not how much time you have. It's how you use it.
This is gonna be a platform? Okay. Alright. That'd be interesting.
No more kings, no more queens, no more mage seekers. It all ends now.
Alright. Alright, decided to do some pixels there too. I see. Interesting. Interesting. We'll see, we'll see. Song of Doom is kind of like, you know, not for everyone. Oh, it's developed by the Moonlighter devs, actually. Huh. 2D action RPG. So Moonlighter with League of Legends reskin. Interesting. Interesting. I like to cheap out on anything AAA. That's because they are not making anything themselves. They just get like a bunch of other studios that made something, you know, actually good, and just make them do something actually good, but in League universe. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. They got the, what was the name? I was forgetting that one. The JRPG devs, the collective. Something collective. I remember their logo. Yeah, the Battle Chasers devs. They got that one going. So yeah, they just like got things that are successful there, and there it is. It's the same exact game. That's probably the, what's the name? The business model. Same gonna be here. Moonlighter, just with different skin. And let's see, a 2D action platformer, Double Stallion. Let's see who that is. Anything gonna be found here? Well, it makes it easier. Brawl them up. Speed brawl. Well, that actually I think kinda gets there. Not that many reviews and stuff though, actually, I have to say. I just remember the visuals and stuff. No. Aw, no trailer on the screenshots. Come on. So I mean, to some extent, it's gonna be basically just a reskin. But yeah, it's also Riot Forge. That's their like the indie stuff, pretty much, that they're publishing. Not indie, but you know, like different studios going on. And for their own games, they have all those, like, what was there? The Project Ale, all that stuff, you know. And I guess that's their AAA stuff. I guess that's where their AAA is. We'll see how AAA that will be. The unfortunate name, yeah. Horizon Forbidden West, Quarry, a joint PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium catalog. So we can get it for free now. We can get it for free, sorta. Not exactly, but you know what I mean. Horizon Forbidden West, at Borderlands, Outriders, Quarry also that fast already. Scarlet Nexus taken. But that is quite fast. That is quite fast, I would say, especially considering, you know, it's like the Outriders or something. Just getting there. And Horizon, they're already throwing it in. That's good, though. The value, the savings, man. Them savings. Hey, Portable, hello. How we doing, man? Did the Outriders do well? Not super well. Not super well. Well, I mean, for Square measures, it did bad. Because they're moving to self-publishing. Oh, it already was. I see, Steve. I see. Already was there for free ones. Alright. Firaxis Jake Solomon announces departure from studio. 23 wonderful years I'm moving on from Firaxis. 23 years, dude. Big Dreamer and I fulfilled 2 lifelong dreams in making XCOM and XCOM 2 and War of the Chosen and Marvel's Midnight Suns. I'm the luckiest kid who ever lived. XCOM was my favorite game growing up. It's why I'm a game developer. Marvel Comics made me a dreamer, and those characters feel like my extended family. Grateful to Sid first and foremost for teaching me. If I am ever half as good as him, I'll be twice as good as I am now. Grateful to my Firaxis teammates, past and present, making dreams into reality, genuine love and gratitude. We did some real good stuff together. Hail 2K for always believing in the dreams and always supporting us with the time and the resources needed to bring them to life. So thankful to everyone who enjoyed XCOM and Marvel's Midnight Suns. Never taken this job for granted, and thank you for letting me do this job. Love designed tactical turn-based games, but it's time for other smart people to push that space forward, and Brain is on fire with a new dream. Let me go. Time to go chase it. All right. Contractually obliged to mention Midnight Suns. Like, you think he wouldn't mention Midnight Suns? Midnight Suns is a good game. Midnight Suns is a good game. Hello, Portable. Hello. Why did you have a previous message show that they didn't go through for you? Hello, man. Mentioning Midnight Suns. A game forced on them by Corpa. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I don't think they were like super against that though. I don't think so. Like, the game ended up being good though. It's just not commercially successful because, in my opinion, in that niche genre, it's kind of hard to be commercially successful when you also need to pay for like the Marvel license and everything. That is like, you know, on fire right now. With all the movies and stuff. Probably not the best time to make Marvel licensed games, especially in like such genre where you know, you don't even use that like license fully, really. Reviews were not kind of that game. I mean, I don't think I can check because it's, yeah, I mean, it wasn't there, so. Let's see here. There was like some issue with it, I think, that people were kind of molding. But I think it overall, yeah, it's already. It's pretty much almost in the very positive range for like the big release. I would say good. I mean, it's 8,000 people in game. That's like not too bad whatsoever. Ah, it's free weekend. All right, that makes more sense then. That makes more sense then. But even without the free weekend, it still was kind of like not completely bad. For the game like this, I would say it's not too bad. Hey, Labergod, hello. Hey, Bjorn. See, Portable happens. I've been there. Like if you go, oh, let's do this way, for example. Like Returnal even. Pharaoh. Like for the niche game, I would say that's pretty good. See, Weasel, let's see. Waiting for sale to get the game, let's see. The fully priced game? Yeah, it is. Marvel Stars, I think so, yeah. I think so. But I mean, for the fully priced game and everything, that's actually like decent result though. That's the thing too. They pumped the DLCs and everything there. A whole bunch of them apparently, I think. Also, it's like the monetization and everything is quite aggressive and like people still, you know, like it. People still overall like the game. There was some issue. I don't remember what was the issue. Like I remember asking also because, you know, I was kind of curious how the game performs and stuff. Since kind of genre that might be kind of interesting for me, right? But yeah, like, I don't remember what was exactly the issue with that. Haven't heard anyone talk about it either. Kinda, yeah. But it's also like, you know, that's a niche game though, that's the thing. And that's why they didn't get the sale expectation. Because it's just a niche game, dude. Like, you can put Marvel on it, you can put fucking DC on it, whatever you put on it. It's not gonna, you know, change much just because it's the genre where people probably like don't really care about it too much. It's like for Marvel fans, they see the gameplay and stuff and they're like, what is this shit, dude? My dad plays that stuff. That's for boomers. And then when you actually go to the dad, they are like, what is this shit? That's fucking comic books. It's fucking zoomers playing that stuff. I'm not interesting. You know. Pretty much. So there's only like very like small, not very small, but like the overlap, you know. It's either people who go play for the turn-based stuff, or they just like, you know, both interested in turn-based and the comic books. Wait, Riddick and Eva? Wait, where? That was probably someone random. Yeah, just some NPC there. Alright, let's continue. See, I think it's just kinda underrated. It's kinda expensive. The game, just for someone to try, right? Especially for like your average kinda Marvel fan, I guess, when they see something like that, it's just like weighted stuff. So it probably didn't really sell that crazy much. And even then, like the Strauss Zelnick, the 2K CEO said that it did good. It didn't go, you know, as well as they expected it to, but it did good. And like as any other Firaxis game, as he said, is gonna bring like the long tail sales, which I mean, kind of like anything else they do, right? Civ and other stuff. That's normal. Trendsetter for Twitch in 2023? What do you mean? Trendsetter for Twitch. Trendsetter is the person who sets trends. Like, someone gonna be the trendsetter for Twitch? I have no idea, dude. I just kind of stream here and hang out with chat. I don't really watch Twitch much nowadays, so not sure. Or I don't watch it at all outside of me raiding. So yeah, I'm not really up to trends, let's put it that way. Disney plus Blade. Yeah, Blade is in Marvel, right? Where Riddick is also there. A game that a lot of people playing. Dark and Darker could be, yeah. That wouldn't be the trendsetter, that would be the trend then. Like the meta game. Yeah, Dark and Darker I could see. I mean, it already was. That's the thing. The Dark and Darker, well, on release it's probably gonna have like a huge wave of people playing. But the thing is, like, it's not for everyone though. It's kind of like, what's the name? Tarkov, every time they do the Vibe. It's huge, right? There's a lot of people there watching and everything. But for, like, you know, the majority of, like, the just chatting streamers and stuff, it doesn't bring any value. So, it's not their jam, I feel. A novelty can dry fast, but I mean, isn't it any game? Which game was like in trend for a while? I think pretty much every game on Twitch goes like for like a few weeks, and then it's kind of already gone from trends. The Binding of Isaac? Well, Binding of Isaac never was a trend though. The Binding of Isaac is a little bit different. Let's see what we're gonna see. Doesn't need the circle. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that without circle it could be fine too. Especially since you don't really need to like force speed. Like it's still, you know, you just grab the loot and then you peace out, right? So it doesn't really need the circle too much. Yeah, portable, yeah. PUBG left rather quickly, yeah. PUBG popular for like 4 years, yeah. But I mean, it depends what we're talking about, right? Like there's also like Amogus and stuff, right? Where it was like a month or something of everyone playing that stuff. Still was popular for some time after, but you know, it died out a bit. Diablo 4. Could be. Could be some Diablo. Now, Dark and Darker I really liked. I'm down to play it if I'll get an opportunity. That was good shit on release. I mean, I would be down on release, but yeah, it was good shit on test. I liked it. I liked it. Diablo 4 might be a good one, yeah. Again, it's a RPG though. Like, I think the games that are becoming, like, you know, the super meta and stuff. Yeah, actually, I guess any really can. Could lose the momentum, yeah. Can be that, can be that. Technically, like, any big release nowadays becomes the meta for at least a couple of days. And Diablo might be there too, yeah. Don't see many sticking with endgame. Yeah, it's just gonna be another big release. People just play it, you know, when it's out for a couple of days and then they're gone. Especially since Diablo, if they just go with the regular pipeline, sorta, it's just kind of like, you know, pretty simple, very fast storyline, right? And then you get into endgame, and this is where the grind starts, and this is where most of the people just gonna probably peace out. Now, most of the people on streams and stuff, I mean. Because that's already going to be falling into the category of, you know, like Path of Exile streams and stuff like this. There's already like specific audience, specific streamers. I don't think it's going to be like the wide meta stuff. Nowadays, not games setting the meta. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't like matter. Nowadays, it's streamers who set them. That's the trendsetters, as you said. But that's not the game is trendsetters. The streamer is the trendsetter. Some streamer will decide to drag some obscure, you know, unknown, well, like, speaking of trend setting, right? Like, if some streamer will decide to drag some obscure game out of oblivion and, you know, do it kind of good with some other streamers joining on some dead season, then it's gonna be a trend. Like, it doesn't need to be good, doesn't need to be new, doesn't need to be, like, super, you know, trend-friendly. It just needs to be picked. Let's put it that way. I'll be playing for sure. Yeah, we're kind of going to be looking into the options, how to get it here, because it's pain. It's pain. People consider single-player game flopping if Twitch numbers fall. Dude, I'll show you one thing. I will show you something. Okay, I'll show you two things. My favorite. My favorite. Path of Exile depth is the bottomless hole. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Come on. Dude, why is your website garbage, Twitch? Come on. Why is it so laggy? Damn, this one actually like lately I see kind of took off a bit. Damn, son, that's a new one. All right. It's like look here. That actually is. I'm surprised. This one is actually kind of going somewhat big here. Like, see this shit? Wait, Goose Duck, man. 4.5k viewers. That's actually like a lot. I'm surprised. Huh? They got like a few. Got some Russian stream, a bunch of Korean, Japanese stuff probably. That's pretty much it. But then there you go here. Oof. This shit is being played by 250,000 people, dude. But yeah, if you go by the logics of, you know, like it's not no one's streaming it, then it's dead. Then yeah, it's dead. Okay, the same goes to like something like what's the name? Popular in China. It's popular in many places because some K-pop singer whatever played with someone else in this game, and it just took off after that. Like basically like here somewhere. I don't even know if they streamed it somewhere or something, but yeah, that's pretty much when it happened, I think. Like, they played around this time somewhere and like, boom, there we go. Same goes for the Garena Free Fire and a bunch of other games, like no one hears about them. And no one hears about them, and then, boom, there it is. What is this game about? The Goose Duck? It's a bogus. It's a bogus. The reskin free-to-play bogus. Wait, music? It's Diablo. And this is just basically reskin the bogus. The game pretty much just got like different skins on regular Amogus, and it's free-to-play. That's pretty much it. That's how it took off. But yeah, some people do, and that's multiplayer actually too. And single player, if like no one is streaming it and stuff, that's like not that big of a deal even. That's normal. Like couple of days and game is gone. That's like completely fine. Like nowadays even there's like long-lasting tail. Because back in the day I remember like something big is out and in a day everyone already forgot. And this is something like that, you know, lasts longer. Like Hogwarts obviously like people probably would be playing like longer because there is open world, more stuff to do. But if it's just like something story based and stuff, like I mean look at Callisto or something. Callisto actually flopped though, so you know that did kind of happen commercially. Well, flopped in the publisher's eyes because it didn't make as much as they wanted to. It still did get enough. See, Akira, I see. With Diablo 4 beta you can just register till? Could you? I thought you just need to pre-order that stuff. Or do you have a chance to still get it? Dice, Dave, dice. Don't have the zoomer brain to understand it. I don't think it's exactly the zoomer brain. It's just like you need to be into this kind of games. Huh? I don't think that kind of stuff is... Oh, I see, Steve. Alright. It's just the kind of stuff that, like, you know, you just need to be into those things. Huh? It's kind of like the board games, for example. There are board games, like the most popular type of board games is not like, you know, like Settlers of Catan or something, right? What was the name of the... Well, Catan, yeah, for example. Or like any other tabletop, like Carcassonne or something, right? That has like some of the more puzzle elements and stuff like this. The most popular board games is like drinking games and, you know, like I don't know, Uno or something like this, which like, you know, a bunch of people play socializing and potentially drinking. That's pretty much Among Us. Like Among Us is not exactly about gaming. Among Us is more about the social experience, I guess. You're right. So yeah, social experience in general is not Zoomer, you know, only thing. Not limited to them. It's for everyone, but yeah, maybe it's just not exactly your jam. Which I personally also not a huge fan. Neither like Among Us or like any like party games and stuff. Nope. I'm a boring fucking nerd playing video games, man. This me. Hogwarts Legacy is the biggest Harry Potter game launch of all time. UK box charts. Well, I mean, there's not that much to fight against in Harry Potter games, that much. Yeah, comparing to other ones is not really that big of a deal. This game from the series of movie and tie-in games, yeah. That is not exactly the best metric for this one. It's not even a Harry Potter game. True. True. Yeah, we're gonna see the numbers probably too. The second week of the Philosopher's Stone was the most hype due to hype around the movie. Even compared to that week, Hogwarts Legacy was still bigger by 2%. Then I guess that one was very big back then. Holy shit, alright. So we'll see. Could pick any other metric. I mean, they probably just don't have any other numbers. That's the thing. The way it was that big. Yeah, it seems like it. Like imagine all the like the hyping and everything about Hogwarts, and like fucking 2001 game was like only 2% lower than that. Like holy shit. And there was no digital back then. Well, actually no. This one yeah. This is only physical, and there was no digital back then. So this is all physical charts right now. Yeah, see, Steve. Alright. So we'll see. God of War Ragnarok, a FIFA, the third spot only. Damn son. Must be a new game coming soon. Oh yeah, the Lego Harry Potter too. No, that was a lot of fucking Harry Potter actually. I didn't even expect. Insane. Insane. There's a lot. There's a lot. Oh, the millions on Steam are digital, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. He reportedly seeking a £488 million deal with Premier League for post-FIFA football games. If closed, the agreement would see 20 UK teams appear in EA Sports FC for 6 years. I'm actually like not even sure like how will that work. So they had deal with FIFA, right? They had deal basically for all the teams in like European and like World Championships. So they asked for a lot of money, sure, but how now they gonna do it? So I guess they kind of just plan to, instead of like going to one big entity that just governs all small entities, they just plan to go to one of them at a time and just getting direct deal with all of them. Well, yeah, it is like UEFA, yeah. Like the organization is UEFA. It's just the FIFA is different stuff. FIFA for Europe, UEFA for the world. But like the thing is, like it's all about the teams, in my opinion. That's why I want to see also how they're gonna deal with it after they're out of FIFA. Because they can't use the name and they can't use the teams technically unless they get the license from, I guess, like every single team. I'm not sure. Because if there will be no actual no actual teams represented, then I feel like that's just people not gonna even play that stuff after some time. Because my guess, at least, it might be like not super educated guess because I'm not super into footy myself, right? But I think like most of the sales are just people who, you know, want to play their team and everything. Like a bunch of role players, basically. Let's put it that way. Who just want to you know, to rock their team numbers and everything. The team colors and stuff, and numbers too. You know. So if there will be no team that they like and everything, then what's the point even? And the new Metro game in development. Yeah, according to rumors, the sequel to Exodus in Next Gen Hello. It's not even in development, it's already playable from start to finish. So it's pretty much already kind of done outside of some polishing. And some the final, you know, treatment to it. Original Metroid Prime developers omitted from remaster credits. Former Retro Studios engineer says he was let down by the single card tribute to previous team. That's kind of weird, eh? Senior engineer on 2002 Nintendo title shared by Twitter that rather than including the full original game credits, it instead features the line, based on the work of Metroid Prime, original Nintendo GameCube and Wii versions, development stuff. Kirsch acknowledged that many studios did amazing work on the remaster, but said he felt let down by this decision. Worked with so many amazing people on the game, and if everyone's names should be included in the remaster, not just a single card like this. Yeah, I mean, I think original should be getting the main. The main accolades should be for original, not for the remaster. Imo. If it's like a remake or something, maybe kinda. But just the remaster and stuff, I mean, dude, it's done not by you. Full credits list for everyone. Yeah, that's an option too. The remake is way better than the original. Well, I mean, it's still based on the original though. Like, it doesn't mean that you should just completely omit the fact that it was developed initially by someone else. Like, you still need to get the credit to people who made the base. The base. No one watches credits anyway. That kind of true too. Huh? I don't know like why they like use those credits as some sort of like weird measurement, you know, of like punishing someone for like not staying with the company or some shit. No, remake says it has value. I'm not saying they shouldn't post, you know, the remake authors in the credits. Like, obviously they still make it, right? It's their product, so they should be there. But the original authors should be there too. And when the remake of the remake will be out, it should also be the original authors there. The problem is, like, after like 10 years, we're gonna have like, you know, 5 different remakes of like Dark Souls or something already. So there's gonna be like quite the credits there if you include everyone in. Or like Last of Us already remake, like number 8 or something. Create something you can use in CV as there, but it could be just like an easy proof basically in your CV. Like, I'm pretty sure like it still has some sort of like other ways to prove that you worked there. But yeah, it probably does help a lot. Not to mention if like someone was like, you know, just like some contract worker. If they get included somewhere, that's big, yeah. Because contract might not provide, you know, like the actual kind of confirmation that they worked on some project, but the credit does. The credits do. Microsoft confirms Game Pass cannibalizes sales. Xbox maker tells UK CMA it expects titles to see a decline in base game sales for at least a year following inclusion into subscription service. Which is, I mean, quite an obvious thing, really. Be checking some video games credits for your name if you include it in your CV. Oh, I mean, they probably have the ways to confirm it if they want. If they need Microsoft also submitted that its internal analysis shows a redacted % decline in base game sales 12 months following their addition on Game Pass. So they even calculated that stuff. Confirmation rounds counter to claims that Xbox head Phil Spencer made in 2018 that Game Pass boosts sale rates that undermines them, rather than undermines them. That would be kind of weird to say. Tell you that. Maybe some long-term sales, somewhat. You put a game like Forza Horizon 4 on Game Pass, you instantly have more players of the game, which is actually leading to more sales of the game, Spencer said. Damn, son. You say, well, isn't everyone just going to subscribe for $10 and go play this thing? But no, gamers find things to play based on what everybody else is playing, which is true. But I think you lose so many sales on those who just go and subscribe for $10. That is not exactly directly being compensating by those who see someone playing and goes buy it. Not to mention that some people who see someone playing, they also go and buy Game Pass instead. Elsewhere in CMA's report, it cites Microsoft as saying that Activision took a dim view on putting its titles into multi-game subscription services on any platform, believing that severely cannibalize buy-to-play sales, particularly in the case of newer releases. See. So Activision not really super fond of Game Pass so far. We'll see though. PlayStation 5 sales jumped 200% across Europe last month. European monthly charts. Console and PC game sales down sharply, in part because of the absence of a new Pokemon game. Damn, how can we live without the new Pokemon game, brother? The market is dying. And no triple dipping anymore, yeah. PS5 stock improved significantly across Europe. In terms of console sales, 493,000 game machines were sold across attract European markets in January. Data doesn't include UK or Germany. It's a rise of 15.5% over last January and is entirely due to a massive 202% rise in PlayStation 5 sales across the continent. PlayStation 5 was in short supply in last January, but things have improved significantly. PlayStation 5 was a #1 console of the month, just ahead of Nintendo Switch, sales down 11% over January 2022, and then Xbox Series X and S, sales down 32%. Damn, son. Doesn't include two biggest European markets, yeah. True. Is the global European sales still in January. All the FIFA. I read that in GTA, man. Classic. Yeah, as soon as you include digital, pictures are completely different, sorta. Yeah, but yeah. Who would have thought? Exactly. China Games Trade Body calls for more restrictions on minors playing video games. Tencent pledges further measures in its games. Like, dude, what now? Like, are you allowed to play like fucking 10 minutes per day at this point? China Audio Video and Digital Publishing Association held a 2-day conference in Guangzhou on Monday, where Secretary General Auran said the industry should further improve the level of protection and bolster current measures based on what has been accomplished so far. Since August 2021, Chinese government has been introducing a range of limitations to clamp down on minors' gaming habits out of concerns around addiction. These include limiting playtime for online games to 3 hours per week, 1 hour on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, monthly spending caps, and a ban on live streaming for children under the age of 16. The measures have certainly had an impact. By March 2022, Tencent, China's biggest games company, reported total playing time of minors was down 88% year-on-year, meaning young people accounted for 0.9% of time spent on the firm's domestic titles. In November 2022, China Games Industry Group Committee reported that 75% of young gamers played for less than 3 hours per week, claiming the issues of games addiction among minors had been solved. Damn, son. Classic. Long-term fundamental work. Our peers must resolutely implement the requirements of the regulators and explore technical means such as facial recognition. So what's the further stuff, though? What's the further clamping down? Well, I mean, some of the things are not too bad, actually. Like monthly spending cap, brother, for below 18. And that should be absolutely a thing. Ban on live streaming if you're under the age of 16. I think so, too. That's also not a bad thing. I think that's what Twitch is actually now trying to do also, after they got like a bunch of grooming shit going on. But 3 hours per week, though. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, brother, why? That basically stems just from like, because like a bunch of PPG parents who don't really do any parenting and end up with kids just playing all day every day and then scuffing on, you know, studies and other things. So like instead, you know, can't really do anything with parents, so let's just parents instead of them. At 1 hour per day. Probably maybe a bit more in my case, but well, it was kind of close. Like no one was limiting me, actually. Like my only limitations were do the homework, you know, eat the food and go to bed not super late. Well, at some point it was until sometime, then later, the older I was getting, it was only, you know, go to bed before mom fucking wakes up at like 2 AM and starts yelling at you because you're still up, basically. So it became a little bit more in time, but yeah, you just kind of like limited yourself because you need to do other stuff. You need to do homework, need to go outside, hang out with friends and everything. Like, no one was, like, kicking me out. Like, as my mom said, like, with you, I needed to yell at you and force you so you stay home. And now with your brother, we're trying to yell and do everything so he goes outside. Sí, lo sé. No real limitations. Yeah, I think so. I think so. The sea weasel, alright. Yeah, 1 hour is just too small, I think, especially on like the weekends and stuff. I think it's this dumb, I think that's dumb, Like, just kind of like blanket stuff on that is weird. Because like it's kind of PPG to limit everyone on weekends especially. Like it should be like 1 hour during the week. Like I would be fine. Like 1 hour, you know, Monday, Tuesday, you know, the work days, 1 hour, fine, sure. But like weekends, like why not? And not everyone is like, you know, going out and socializing. And if you kind of force people to go out and socialize, they're not gonna. That's the thing. And it's not gonna change the thing if you force people who can't socialize out there to socialize, honestly. Like, it's a bit more deeper than, you know, like, just go. You have nothing else to do, so you're gonna socialize. No, it's not gonna work with people like that. Not gonna work that way. Yeah, see portable, alright. I would say like later down the line though, when I became older, it was a lot of degenning though. That is true. That is true. But I mean, I was functional. I studied. I got 2 fucking educations, and I had all the friends that we were hanging out with and stuff. I think I had time for everything. Like, you can. And you don't even need to try hard with some crazy time management or something. You just kind of, I don't know, just live. And it kind of works. It kind of works. Guess I wasn't like the super giga gamer, that was like grinding. Well, like, I mean, I was playing fucking Ragnarok online though, dude. On schedule too. It was like we were outside with my friend, and it's like, alright, it's like 6 p.m. Alright, bro, let's go home. The Guild Wars is coming. War of Imperium, man. Time to go home, get ready. We have 2 hours of the siege. So there was that part. There was that part, I guess. See portable is here, right? See stay, alright. No, in my case it was the other way around. It was hard to get me to stay at home. And with my brother, yeah, they were trying already to get him outside all the time. Yeah, one of my friends actually was like that. Like, he was not very social. He was actually the one who was being bullied by pretty much everyone except like me and 2 other people. Because whenever like police officer arrived to our class, it was all the guys except me and 2 other people. Basically. So he was very likable by people, let's put it that way. So yeah, his parents were just like forcing him also, like, not playing, go outside. So he was just like literally just going outside, like wandering around the streets, just like, how much time I still need to be outside, basically. Yeah, exactly, Weasel. I think so. And that should be like through like parents, and if parents fail completely at what they do, then it should be already like it happens here like this, for example, right? Like if the family is like social, like alcoholics and stuff like this, then the government steps in and does something and takes over. Yeah, we had police officer visiting with a lecture to us because the dude was being bullied a lot. So like one day in the morning, we were like before the lesson, when everyone already was gathered waiting for the lesson, they just like, all right, we have like 10 minutes a lecture right now. So like everyone, every guy in the class except like me and 2 other dudes, because like we weren't bullying him. Like I was his friend, really. So yeah, everyone else was listening to the nice lecture from the police officer. I got to another lecture though. For another guy. Because we had some games going in school, and when he explained those, when he like told his mom about those games, his mom kind of like didn't understand what was happening, so she just like straight up just ran to police basically also. And next day, like me and another dude were already in the police room, even though like we didn't do shit really. But yeah, she didn't really understand. And the dude was like so sorry after that. I'm like, bro. Thank you, man. And like waking up, like coming to school in the morning, like getting called by like our main teacher. Like every class has like the main teacher assigned, right? Just like, yelling at me that she's gonna throw me away from the class rather than him and everything. And I'm like, what's happening? Even I don't understand. Like, I didn't do shit. Like, what happened? And he like arrives also, like I'm going out of the school, and he just like falls on his knees, like crying and everything. Like, dude, I didn't want to. Just told like my mom what we were doing, and she thought it was like some bullying going on or some shit. And then like next day already it was a police officer taking me and another guy. It was interesting. No, I'm kidding, not exactly. It wasn't like that. What were you doing? I don't even remember. I think we basically were just like fighting each other or something kind of jokingly, and like I think I just like kicked his backpack or something or some stuff like this, and he, I guess, was just kind of like, you know, excited how he like was socializing with the boys in school, how we were fighting and everything, and he told mom some details, and I guess mentioned that I kicked his backpack and stuff too. And yeah, she kind of like assumed that it was, you know, not as funny as he's thinking it is. So he just went and she just went to police straight up with that stuff. Like when it's not jokingly, then it was like with that dude who's all the class was bullying when he found like his when someone stole his shoe. Well, stole his shoe, it sounds kind of like, you know, not stole it was just like a whole class fucking holding him, but someone took his shoe and like put it in the toilet where there was like some shit still not flushed. That was bullying, dude, and that was it. At that one I was only one of the few who didn't participate in. But the dude was actually a piece of shit, tell you that. I was friends with him until like the very end, even when we got in like 2 different classes, but we were still walking to school every morning together because it's still same school, just 2 different classes, because we kind of lived close. So we're going there and back together all the time when we could. But yeah, like the last year in school, it's already like I couldn't handle it anymore. I couldn't handle it anymore. The dude was just already like, no, it's just. So like I understood why others were doing it. But yeah, I wasn't doing it, but I still kind of like, in the end, just stopped hanging out with him. Initially it was nice though, but he just had like such a huge ego, it was insane. Over nothing. Over nothing. Like playing games together, like I was visiting him, he was visiting me. Staying like, doing like overnight at my like grandma's house a couple of times too. And we were going to coding courses together actually also. Like his mom was driving us there regularly. It was a nice time, but yeah, dude was quite something in the end. I see, Bodhi, I see. No, when the thing is like they didn't understand. They could see some like random like meme fight and think like, oh my god, police, call the police. Then when the actual fights broke out, then there was like broken noses there and stuff like this. We had a guy who got moved to our class because he was in like some fancy class before and he broke guy's nose there. So they moved him to our class because we were kind of like less fancy, I guess. So they moved him to us. It was okay though, actually. It was okay. Fighting is how teenage boys bond. Sometimes. Just don't watch too much gachi-muchi videos. That might be a bit of a deep bonding then. Don't think it's a bad thing, but that parents and teachers totally wouldn't understand. 2010 was in 9th class. In 2010 I already finished fucking college, man. Feels old, man. I was getting second useless education already. The college times were good though. That was good shit, man. Zero, when I say the king of heels and snow. Well, I mean, some accidents like that do happen. I like got like a fracture in the bone because we were complete fucking pipiega, man. Like we had the labor class, it was called, which is like basically like girls were, well, welcome to typical you know, how you call chauvinism and stuff, right? Like girls were doing classes where they were cooking and sewing and stuff, and boys were doing classes when we were doing like some woodworking, you know, and like building shit, repairing stuff. So we had like these like, how do you say, like coats sorta, wearing like the long, like the long coats basically, the protective ones. And for some reason during the break we decided in those long coats to go what's the name for that stuff in English, to jump on like that, like, so it's like trampoline and you jump over the that one called in English, we call it horse basically. You jump over the horse, like the acrobatic horse, whatever. So you like jump on the trampoline and then like get your hands on and you jump over the horse and stuff. And we were in the long fucking coats like that. So yeah, jumping like that was kind of interesting because your hitbox becomes a little bigger, right? Because this shit is long. So when jumping over, I obviously caught that fucking horse with the coat and fell. So yeah, it was quite an interesting experience after that. It would have been possible to pick the other way around? Nah, not really. Well, I guess sewing we kind of all got a little bit. I was sewing my backpack recently. That was nice to get some of that, even though it's not really even skilled, really. Like, just to make some basic, crude sewing is not that hard. I get a hole in my backpack, you know. And I mean, they're in no position to buy new backpacks, whatever, there's a hole or something. So I just kind of sew that stuff, and that's all good. Still using it. We didn't have a lot of those classes, Pony, actually, sadly. We had only half a year when we had, like, actual really good teacher for those classes. That dude was showing, like, the woodworking and everything. We had, like, a whole class with, like, the machines there. Like, you know, the woodworking machine and everything. Like, you're supposed to learn that stuff if you want. That one is optional. But that was always closed because we didn't have, like, proper teacher for that stuff. So we had, like, half a year of the actual, like, decent dude, like, you know, kind of this, like, dad figure, I guess, for everyone, who was like your, like, you know, average like dad from movies, who's like, you know, the handy worker and stuff and doing all the stuff himself. And he was just like showing us all, like, making toys and stuff out of wood. But then he left, and then there was no one take over ever. So we just had like a good dude who was just giving us like the textbook and stuff, and we were just like reading some dumb shit for the whole lessons. Well, some were reading and some were just going and doing some work in school. Like, we were like, you know, shoveling snow, breaking ice, you know, painting stuff, fixing stuff. So I guess we still did get a little bit of practice with that. Let's put it that way. Carving aluminium cans, alright. See, Steve, alright. Yeah, it was nice. That was really good stuff. A lot of useful things there. It was nice. Actually, after that, I think after that I kind of fucked up my finger a bit, so I can do this now. Because of one of the woodworking devices, you kind of like hold it this way. Like, we basically kind of push it with the finger down that way, and that at some point when you work with it a lot, it just kind of like stuff your finger can do things, basically, you know. But it was good though. Gardening class. I would gladly take like cooking and stuff for sure. I mean, I can learn that anyway, one way or another, somewhat, but would be nice. It would be nice. And sewing, I mean, I didn't really use sewing that much in my life, but whenever like even like fix the shoes at some point, I remember, you know. Life is interesting. Sometimes you can't really get new shoes and stuff, so you just get yourself the tools and just sew a little bit. I've been there back in the day. Nice, Pony, nice. Oh yeah, welding would be nice too. We had the like soldering, but that was in college though. Got a bit of soldering there, just a little bit though. And like that was kind of like one of the cool things though, right? Like, everyone has the lesson at the same time, like the whole class is in the lesson, but like girls one less type of lesson, boys another type of lessons, and then while we were doing woodworking and stuff, girls were cooking food and then bringing it to us to like feed us, so we tested and stuff basically. That was nice, free food. And that guy, that guy actually, who, because of who I was like in police and stuff, he had one of the girls having crush on him, and that girl was kind of like the real life embodiment of Pipiega, like from looks and from like mentally too, sorta. So she was like feeding him all the time, but little did he know that whenever she was cooking that, Those pancakes, I remember. Those pancakes were on the floor like at least like twice during the cooking process. But yeah, he wasn't told that. He wasn't told that. Let her cook, yeah. Did I do cooking too? I mean, cooking is nice. That was good, huh? Ah, I see, buddy. All right. The floor pancakes, yeah. I guess she was trying to throw that stuff. Stewing, cooking, all this. Stewing we had like a very early, actually. Stewing and some do-it-yourself little things we did like in early school, basically. How to, you know, sew back in some button or something that we learned at like first few years in school, basically, being kids still. And I still don't know the proper, like, knot at the end. So after you sew something, how to finish with the proper knot, I still don't know. I don't remember whatsoever. I need to watch some YouTube guides or something because I do some bigger stuff instead. But I mean, it works, so whatever. Yes, you see, I see. Cookies with soap especially for you? Damn, son. No one actually trolled us like that, I think. With cooking, at least. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, but just like back then, like messing with food was like... I remember one of my dudes back then took like a piece of bread from the canteen. You could like freely get bread there, basically. Like you like... Some people had like meals. Like big families were getting like free meals. So like welfare families basically were getting free meals in the canteen. Everyone else could just like pay. It wasn't like that much. It was like, I don't know, like $10 per month or something, and you get like meal every day. You have like those special like kind of like food cards basically in a way that you get in the canteen and exchange it for food basically instead of paying, so you don't give kids money. They were a little bit slow with advance of technologies because we got printers at some point, and color printers too, so we started doing a little bit of a forgery ring there and getting some free food that way. They actually managed to kind of, I don't remember what they did, but they managed to fuck us over though with that. They found out, or someone snitched, I'm not sure. But yeah, like, get some soup, and you know, here it's kind of like always normal is like you get food, you get soup, or any food really, and you have bread on side. That's like standard theory, just to, you know, add nutrition. So you basically eat something and you eat bread on the side just to feel yourself better because, well, you know, times quite often are not that good, and the old traditions of filling yourself with a good old bread. So like pasta with bread is normal here, for example, on the side. So bread was always in the canteen available. You can just go grab some bread. And my friend grabbed some. I don't remember why. I was like to eat something, and then he kind of like ate like a piece of bread or something, and the second piece he just threw in the dumpster. Bro, we had like a whole lesson of physics, by the way, replaced by the teacher. Just like he was just like standing up out of all the class, and teacher was just lecturing him like a whole fucking 45 minutes. Was just lecturing him how bad it is and how much of a piece of shit he is for doing that. So yeah, like that's why probably they weren't fucking around with food on the cooking lessons. Hey Zip Zoop. I see, alright. Yeah, teacher lived through shit. Teacher lived through shit. Was shit that she also was like doing that stuff a bit too much of teaching us life instead of teaching us physics, because like when I was attending university I failed fucking physics exams in the end after passing maths and everything. So I ended up in college first and then in university years after, which gave me the whole two useless educations basically. Well, in the end useless kinda. I guess not so useless. Sewing in kindergarten? Nah, I don't think so. The early years in school only, not in kindergarten, don't think so. They work on Finnish propaganda for hell, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, it depends on the college type. Like we have, you can go 9 years in school, then you go 3 years in college and get like professional education already. So you kind of like faster get some sort of vacation and can start working. Or you can go 11 years in school and then 2 years in college or 3 years in college, depends. And then also go to work. Or after 11, you can go to university straight up. So I went to university after 11 years, failed physics, went to college instead of for 3 years, and after that attended university already on like a bit shortened program. So I got 2 educations in the end. They still kind of fucked us over though. We were supposed to get even shorter program after college, but I still got like 4 years or something in when I was supposed to get like 2 or 3. So I got middle professional education, middle education, middle professional education, and high education, basically. And most of them were garbage. They give you like erudition, right? They kind of like develop your brain in general, and you learn a lot of different things. I made fucking integrated circuits, for example, as a system administrator. Do you do a lot of integrated circuits when you administrate servers, for example? Don't think so, but I did, and I know how to, somewhat obviously, of course. I already forgot about it. Know how the mathematical logics work in those. I know how, you know, transistor work and stuff on the logical level, and on the electrical level actually too. In methods that make silicon crystals, for example. There was 2 back in the day. Well, I know only Russian names for those, though. Would be kind of hard to translate. So we learned all that stuff. What for? I don't know, because we haven't learned how to administrate servers, though. You know. I got a whole bunch of information dumped on you, which was interesting and cool, but never learned actual, you know, professional vocation that you could apply to get a job. That's how it works sometimes. That's how it works sometimes here, sadly. But got a lot of good friends from that, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Si potesse. Less cringe. Damn, son. So yeah, interesting times there, interesting times. All that from just regulations over the time that you can play video games. See how many experiences we even remember, you know, without any regulations. How much we remember that is not playing video games still. You don't need to regulate shit. Yeah, Anubis, that's true. Back then, like, no one even thought about that, though. But it is, like, those stereotypes that they go with, they are actually, like, very pipiega. Like, I legit know, like, a lot of people who just, like, a lot of, like, people from school. Like, we are not hanging out really much already for years, because most of them already married and stuff. Like, one of the dudes, for example, his wife just kind of, like, forbade him to hang out with us. Because we're constantly, like, you know, dumping on him when he's getting whipped. We're constantly memeing on him and stuff. So he, after hanging out with us, he was coming home trying to be alpha, and she didn't like it, so she just, like, forbade him to hang out with us. But yeah, like, back then he was, like, so into those stereotypes that, like, he literally just, like, wasn't cooking, like, ever whatsoever, because that's not for dudes, man. And he was typical, you know, like the car mechanic, car painting dude, paint working dude. So, like, he's like, that's my shit, I do that. She does cooking and stuff. So, yeah, he ended up being like that exactly. Like, absolutely useless. Not even like fried eggs or something. Like, 0. Like, I ain't touching that, dude. Or like laundry, no. Like, he was going to his grandma, basically. Like, when he started dating his future wife, he was, like, still going to his grandma to... so she, like, you know, does laundry and everything, because he kind of didn't feel comfortable yet, you know, getting his girlfriend to do that for him. So he was literally going to his grandma to do the laundry and, you know, to eat some food and everything. To take a fucking shit, actually. When he was living with his girlfriend, he was so, like, you know, shy that he was actually, like, going to his grandma to take a shit, dude. He was shy to take a shit at her place for, like, a year, I guess, when they were living together. Well, because they were living with her parents also, too. So, yeah. And that's the alpha male, dude. Yeah, the true alpha, man. The true alpha. Never met dude who couldn't cook or sew. No, a lot of people here. Like, for sure. Like, even I, at some point, I kind of got, you know, pushed into learning some basic stuff, like making some eggs and, like, making dumplings, right? Dumplings here is just, like, something that lies in your freezer. You just, like, put it in the boiling water. You got yourself some food. So it's easy, right? So that I learned fast. Something more advanced and stuff, that already, like, was way later. And mostly that was because one of my friends is a chef. And we were kind of like spending a lot of time together and like living in like summer house, then apartment together we were living. So he was just like cooking and we were just, you know, still kind of to hang around. We still were kind of like close and we were just watching. And then we just kind of started also trying. Like one of my other friends who was with us there, he didn't know how to cook anything. And then after some point he was, after hanging out with that chef dude, he started cooking to the point that he was like basically cooking for all family. Like he was living with parents and his brother and he was cooking for the whole family basically. Dumplings pelmeni, yeah. Ironing clothing. I actually can't do that because I never tried it because I don't even have the iron for clothing. Because I usually just wear like t-shirts and stuff, right? Nothing that you need to iron. And yeah, actually, like the only like actual official like shirts and stuff, my grandma does. Yeah, that I gonna admit, that I gonna admit to because it's really rare. My grandma or my mom because they have the iron for clothing and they know how to do it. I just never really got into that. When I will get the need to do it, gonna be learning. Thankfully, I don't. I can't sue Stave. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like super into it, but like on the basic level, it's easy though. I think I removed it already. It was like here somewhere. I think so. Hey, Chili. Met anyone who can't tie it? I mean, it's not exactly the rocket science. I mean, I did try back in the day. I think it was fine. The only issue if you have some short or something that is gladit. Utug, third mask. The issue is when the cloth is like I have one short. It was like with regular laundry, and it got like all, you know, crumpled and stuff, and it just doesn't iron anymore whatsoever. Like anyone, my grandma, everyone tried. It just like still has like a little bit of like the marks basically, just because the cloth is like that. Like you need to even like launder it properly, otherwise it gets like all this stuff. The regular like short or something like this one or something, like yeah, you can just like, well, you know, you just put it somewhere and then like roll the heavy shit over it. Not rocket science, especially with modern irons which have like, you know, all this temperature, all this modes and fancy stuff. I still remember old ones that my mom had, the huge fucking cast iron shit that you like, you know, get some water in your glass, then you spit it on the clothes and then you start, you know, ironing it. I've seen that. That is probably a bit more tricky. I see the mask, I see. Actually learned ironing in the army, I see. Oh yeah, here for example, like army actually teaches you that. Like it doesn't teach you how to actually, you know, fight, but it's gonna teach you how to sew. Gonna teach you how to iron, how to make your bed in a specific way, you know, super properly. All that stuff. We even have like the saying for our like conscripts and stuff, like the sewing forces basically. Because first of all, you have this thing with like sewing the color every time. Like there's like white cloth, like you can't launder regularly, right, in the military environment. and all the sweat and everything, it makes all the colors, you know, dirty. So there is like special like cuts of cloth everyone's making that they sew to the color, and then you just kind of rip it off, throw it away basically, or just like wash that instead, right? When it's like a bunch of them, you just wash them. So you constantly have like the clean color that way basically. It's like hygiene, you know, all that stuff. So everyone kind of needs to know how. And whenever people kind of, how do you say, graduate, I guess, the mandatory conscription, they sometimes use those sewing skills to make like super fancy, you know, uniform when they're going home. And some go like way overboard, like they all like sew like a whole bunch of different shit, like, you know, like some like 19th century officer, you know, type with all this like fancy shit all over the place. So there's a lot of memes about those usually. Damn dog, damn. I mean, you can do it when cooking too. You can do it when cooking too. Did that myself. Or when I was starting the sauna all the time, I just like to fix and do things a lot. I'm too lazy, so sometimes I do a lot of things with my hands, and sometimes things I do, they're a little hot, you know, so... Yeah, I have like a whole bunch of different burn marks and everything. And my arms and everything. Not super much, but yeah. I do have some. Yeah, and a bit of a tangent from the regulations for the gaming time amount. There already. Now back to other news. Saudi Arabia increases stake in Nintendo. Investment now stands at 8.26%, having already increased to 7.08% earlier this week. Oh, so they even during this week they pumped twice already. All right. Yeah, second time a week. So now they have 8.26%. Is a shit show incoming? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Dim zip zip dim. Too grim. Too grim. Yeah, same as like the Tencent, and was Nexon also there? Tencent invested in Nintendo too. I don't really think so. I don't really think so. Like the thing is just it's companies that have way too fucking much money and they want to make even more money. So they just invest into things. Like when you have some money to spare and you go like buy some stonks, you don't really, you know, want to go to the meeting of the investors and try to like, yo, Blizzard, how about you make Warcraft 4? You probably wish you could, but you won't. So yeah, I do not think. I mean, it doesn't have any political stuff to it. That's the thing. Like I mean, it can, sure, if they get like a lot of investment. But the thing is, like, there is always a separation between the business and stuff. Like, business just wants to make money. They don't really give a shit about theocracy, anything else. They want money. Money. If there's a company that makes money, and they can bring to that company more money to make it make even more money that they can also take for themselves, they will do that. It's all about the money, dude. It's that simple. It's made with money too, though. Yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing. Like politics is something that is also regulating money. They don't want to be regulated. Like that's why Tencent, for example, is running to all the international companies to invest, because they want to invest, you know, in places where they're not gonna get fucked by their own government. So that's why they run to all the international companies, just to kind of diversify their investments and to put the money in the jars that are a little bit, you know, further away from politics of their country. Same here. They got, like, last year with all the shitfest going on, they got some hyper profits on like oil and everything, right? So what we do with hyper profits, there's like a couple of approaches. There's an approach that our country was doing for a while. Let's just put it all in some, like, you know, in a piggy bank. Then we realized that piggy bank was in the jurisdiction of some other country, and now they took our piggy bank and we don't have shit anymore. Or you can invest it into doing something. Yeah, so that's kind of the same stuff as here too. Yeah, the corp also can take over that hard and become the new government and stuff. Can happen. Can happen too. It's always, you know, it's always like two ends of this stick. Directly linked. They are directly linked, yeah, but they also like through that you can potentially kind of peace out. Let's put it that way. You just invest into a bunch of other different companies. You start making more profits in some other companies in other countries, and then you just can, you know, kind of run. Let's put it that way. Damn, Roman feels bad, man. And yeah, again, like if you're investing like, you know, 10% or something into something, then you don't suddenly become, you know, someone who dictates what's gonna be happening and stuff. Like if anything, for example, Riot is already 100% owned by Tencent. Did a lot of things change? I don't really think so. If anything, I think the regular agenda over globally is what is affecting it way more than some sort of like, you know, overlords there. Maybe at some point they will push for it and they will change more. You never know. It's hard to say. I just kind of like tend to think, you know, like if there is some big monies that you have and you just want to find that big money, make it that big money into other big money. Like, for example, like if when I had some spare stuff and I just went to invest in the stonks, I just looked how the companies perform and stuff, right? I invested into those and I don't really care. Like, the less I even think about it, the better. Just make money. They didn't. They fucking fell and half of them got, you know, blocked because of sanctions and stuff. So even that didn't fucking work. Cooperation, research, and background with tight links. I mean, yeah, that too. That too. See, Reva. Yeah, that absolutely. That absolutely. That I can agree. Like, I mean, obviously, like all the lobbies and stuff are they do exist. Yeah, they do exist. But the thing is, they did it not for some ephemeral theological reasons or something, right? They did it for profit. So as long as there's profit, they're gonna be doing what brings them money. That's the thing. Like, they might push buttons and stuff and everything, but they will do it to make more money. What would they gonna do it with that later? What it can look like? Yeah, absolutely. That is for sure. That is absolutely that I'm not even gonna try to argue. No, like the company is gonna do what companies do. They're gonna farm for money. Yeah, but that is money. The motives might be different for sure. What the end game might be different, right? Like right now they are farming for more money, and what they're gonna do later with that money, no one knows. Like we got, for example, one of our biggest gas companies right now making their own private military company, by the way, which got permitted by the Prime Minister. So that's already, you know, that's gonna be kind of second big one, just because the company said we want to have our own little army to guard our objects. There you go. Gonna be the PMC. Second one, yeah. The new one dropped. I don't know how is that allowed. Welcome. Welcome. I also was thinking that's just some kind of like weird, you know, dystopian shit that you see in the movies. But now there's like PMCs all over the place, and now it's like even here and everything too. Like, alright. Sure. I guess one was created and did well, so now they go for more. I mean, they got like giga profits with all the gas, right? So, gotta invest. Can't invest anywhere because sanctions and stuff. So let's invest, you know, in something that I guess gonna work for them somehow. We'll see how. I have a feeling not in a good way for anyone involved. Zero when I see. Oh yeah, they built a center there in Petersburg, true. True. Yeah, I think they just like suddenly became legal. I mean, they were even hiding the first one for years, even though everyone knew about it. Nah, all lies, then poof. Well, shit, not lies anymore. Now that, you know, it's out of the box, now it's time to go ham with that, seems like, for them. Yeah, the thought exists in Europe too. I mean, there's probably a bunch of them all over the place, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Ooh, right. Training and advisory actions. Yeah, I mean, that's how it was here too, pretty much. They were just like working on some different, you know, frontiers in like Africa and everything. Yeah, advising the local militaries and stuff, and now, boom. The Factorio, I will see maybe at some point. Maybe one of the, what's the name? One of the clones or something. Could happen too. Activision Blizzard mandate partial return to office. Activision workers are required to spend 3 days a week in office starting in April, with Blizzard devs following in July. So I guess now someone can easily start their own company in the region of Activision and Blizzard offices, because there's gonna be a lot of people to pick up for free who will be leaving that shit. Yeah, portable. I mean, that's the thing. They might be good. They might be good, but the scary part is like, you know, the amount of power. Like the thing is like, why is regular military kind of better? Because regular military goes usually through a bunch of different layers of control. There is like, you know, Ministry of Defense, right? There is a whole bunch of different ranks and stuff in those ministries. Then there is like parliament and everything also involved into that. It makes it slower to react and do things, but it makes the control multi-layer. So if some dumb shit's gonna happen, you need to push through a whole bunch of like things. That's why, for example, we also got not just police, we also got a second organization like that is already more direct, like, you know, passing all those ministries and stuff, because, you know, because it's here. And that's why it becomes kind of more scary when it's like, you know, someone's force all of a sudden. I mean, I can see the appeal kind of, but it is scary shit. It is scary shit, man. There is like still something that should have a lot of control, a lot of accountability to. And private, as you can see with all the corporate stuff, like see all this like union boss thing, right? Like, yeah, for example, just deciding, you know, like, all right, guys, you all need to go like home, or go to the office now for no particular reason, just because we said so. And then you have all those people, but instead of, you know, just like some IT dudes and everything, they have like a bunch of brutal dudes in full equipment with firearms and stuff. That shit is already a little bit different, and they can just like bend and do whatever they want with those. That shit is more scary. Then you can actually like unironically get in some sort of like Metal Gear stuff, dude. Just give war a chance, Sam. You know. luck trying to backpedal everyone into the office. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot of people to pick up for some other companies and the headhunters. Don't think people are really willing. I don't think so. Yeah, I guess they're running low on the breast milk or something now. Breast milk stays at home. Feels bad, man. Bayonetta 3 sells 1 billion copies. Platinum Games' latest action title reaches the sales milestone nearly 4 months after its release. I'm not gonna lie, for Bayonetta, I feel that's weak. Honestly. Like, for something like Bayonetta, I think that's quite weak. Sadly. But I guess that's what happens when it's like locked on one platform. I'm gonna maybe play Bayonetta, actually. Like, my friend got the Switch with Bayonetta. I don't have the capture card. Well, I mean, technically I do, but it's, you know, kinda stuck for years. Because the first Corona, now all the Fiesta now. Somewhere at Telegato, basically. No, I mean, you know, I have a friend with the Switch and the disc, right? I'll just emulate that shit. I guess that's doable. Like, I own that stuff. I'm gonna be even like having it right here when streaming and stuff, you know, easily. I'm just gonna fucking emulate it then. I'm gonna get the better version that way too. I'm not sure like how good the emulator for Bayonetta is, but I guess it should be. So better than capture card. Yeah, Daxter, yeah. None of the Switch games to play. I mean, dude, it's like Breath of the Wild, Bayonetta, and Astral Chains. That's pretty much all I really care about on Switch. Not gonna lie to you. Not gonna lie to you. Atomic Heart, a composer Mick Gordon donating fee to Ukrainian aid. Pledge follows allegations of ties between developer Montfish and Russian government. So dude got basically kind of like peer pressured into donating a bunch just to kind of compensate for the fact he's working with the company that is from Russia. So the thing is, they are not already. They moved, like a lot of other companies. And one of these things was, the allegation was, one second, yeah, some publication reported Montfish sponsored by Russian investors, including one with ties to Russian oligarch and a sanctioned bank, which I'm pretty sure like any, not any, but a lot of companies probably has some investing from, you know, someone connected to some oligarchy or some organizations, because I mean, they also invest everywhere too. And yeah, they claim that Montfish had a privacy policy on its online store saying that the studio collects users' data and may provide it to Russian state authorities, which is the law here. And when they were a local company, they were mandated to do so. I'm not sure if they actually did. It could be just a thing on the website that said that. But now that they are not here, they are not mandated to do it anymore, so they are most likely not doing it anymore. So like if you do business here, you are mandated to do this. Like the clients from Russia should be, like information of clients from Russia should be stored on Russian servers, basically. And authorities can get access to that information. So since you are not buying it on the Russian website and the Russian store, then your information is not going to be going anywhere. Unless they will do some sussy stuff through, you know, through engine or something, but I'm pretty sure people nowadays will kind of pick that up quite fast nowadays. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like, you know, people just kind of enjoyed, you know, stirring shit and got too, you know, too comfortable and too used to being part of like the shit train over something. So now they need to find another victim for that. Yeah, but dev build now can't hide much. Yeah, that too. We're totally Cyprus devs. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what else do you need to do? Like, if you were born here and you just, you know, like, I even too, right? I want to live a normal life. What should I fucking do, dude? They already moved to another country. What else should we do? Like, what? Need like to burn passports on the bonfire somewhere? Do we need like to like tattoo something on the forehead or some shit? Like what else? What's the ritual, man? How to become a average human being if you were born here? So like you can't even like, you know, please that crowd ever. It's pointless. So like just don't even fucking try. My opinion. The dogs are barking and caravan is still moving, so you know, let them bark. Who gives a fuck? I would say so. I would say so. Just block them on Twitter and everything too. Report those that are too aggressive and fuck them. And on Twitch channel and stuff, just ban them. Done. Pointless even to have a conversation with people like that. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I hope Mick has a bunch of money. So hope that donation wasn't, you know, wasn't too much for him. And just please the Pipigas because he still didn't please them anyway. Like, you don't do donation, you know, you support, you do the donation, then you virtue signaling. It's always, you know, you can't win with those. See, Weasel, I say. Nice, nice. Game Awards with Hogwarts and Atomic Hearts. I mean, by the time of Game Awards, they probably not even gonna nominate it. Because, you know, that'd been a while, there'll be something else probably. Even though, like, they can probably forget Atomic Hearts, but Hogwarts is probably still gonna be quite a big one, even by the time of the end of the year. It still probably could be, like, something, the biggest thing during the year, because I can't really think about anything bigger, really. Yeah, Rev, that's another Rev, actually. The Reverend Verse, who said long time ago already that, you know, people just assume, like, since he's from US and everything, he's like, people just assume that, you know, by the voice of a few Pipigas from Twitter, people just assume we are all like this here. Nah, dude. Like, it's just like this crowd that you hear around here online. Majority, like 90-something% of people. Nope. It's a really good game. I haven't played either. It's like not available here really to buy and expensive, even if I could. So I'm just gonna wait until it's like on big sales and stuff and I have nothing else to play. Then I probably will. It's like it's the very loud, a very small amount of people that is a loud minority as always. As always. It's annoying to deal with it though, for sure. But that's the thing, like, you don't even try to deal with it. You just kind of like, as long as it is possible, ban them, block them, report them, get them the fuck out of the way. That's it. It's pointless to even like try really with those people. Like, the less attention, the less you feed the trolls, the faster they will be gone. That's the regular classic there. Telltale raises $8 million from Hero Capital and Skybound. This Series A round will go towards funding the Expanse series, Wolf Among Us 2, and an announced game. Oh, they have a third one already going, alright. $8 million there. Social networks are a mistake. Social networks like kind of nice, but again, it's all like what you want to see and stuff. Like what you read, what you follow, who you talk to. Like, I haven't, like, seen any degeneracy or something there. Like, I still yet to see some Pipigas who will be, like, reeing at me because I'm Russian and stuff, right? Funny enough, I was thinking there will be a bunch. But there was none over the whole year of this shitfest. On Twitter or here or anywhere. So it's all, you know, it's all really about where you look and what you build around you. At some point, whenever you get, like, big enough, like, obviously there's, like, always this, like, 0.01% of Pipigas. It's like inevitable. They're there. But like when you have like 50, 100 people, the 0.01% is less than one person. You're gonna have like one idiot per like year. Usually kind of like that. Some Pipigas stuff happens, obviously, right? So I'm gonna like roll in, post some dumb shit, get banned and forgotten. That happens. But when you have, you know, 10,000 people, That is already, you know, how many? 10,000 is one person, right? So on 10,000, you already with 0.01%, you already get one there. And that is already, you know, a number there. That is already a number. That's a one person already. So you can inevitably gonna get some of those. That is inevitable. Though this shit 4chan looks more sane than Twitter lately. Kinda. Well, 4chan, you know, there is a high chance that it's still someone just kinda trolling and pretending. On Twitter, it's like, it's people actually being serious about that. And that's the sad part. And that's the sad part. Alright, let's see what do we have there. This one, still decent amount, I would say. Uh, 2022 gaming deals totaled $51.5 billion. That was a big year, dude. That was a big year. Even though actually I feel like most of it happened early, and then year kind of ended up being a shit fest, and everyone kind of like calmed down a little bit because all the economy was going full PP again. Just want to play video games in peace? Yeah, basically. That's pretty much what I want. I just like trying, my goal, my life goal basically is just to perfect and to improve the not giving a shit mentality, because that's like the best thing. I would say I'm kind of decent at that, but yeah, still kind of care about some things too much. It's mostly kind of like things like, you know, like my future kind of, because of the country stuff, because of the streaming stuff and everything, right? Like this kind of still bothers a lot. You kind of process that shit. This is where I still need to develop the not giving a shit mentality. Everything else I kind of already quite decent at that already. As soon as you don't give a fuck, just enjoy the games in life, whatever. Who gives a shit? Person is PP again? Remove the person from your life, if possible. Done. The unfairness of the situation kind of gets to you. I kind of don't give a shit about that, to be honest. Like, I already learned long ago that the world is not fair. The world is a very fucked up place and everything. Trying to call for some sort of like rational, fair, equal and other stuff is completely pointless and utopian, and it's impossible. I just accepted that, and I just, you know, I'm just conscious about it, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's bad, of course, right? But there's nothing you can do about it, and it just doesn't bother me. It's all about the uncertainty of situation. Uncertainty of situation I don't like. That I don't like. Like the fact that I can't really plan and think about things, that I really dislike. Ban, block, and forget. Yeah, that's what I remember. Like Triza liked my analogy back in the day. I remember he actually even posted it to Eddie, I think, at some point or something. Like you can have like a stone, a rock, a little rock in your shoe, right? And you can still walk, right? It doesn't really bother you if it's there. Like it doesn't remove your function to walk, right? But it's uncomfortable. So instead of trying to walk with that rock, you just kind of fucking throw it away from your shoe and continue walking like a normal person. That's pretty much how it is. If someone is annoying, you can keep going with someone annoying nearby, but why? Just remove them, that's it. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, really. But yeah, again, like Twitter is a shit show depending where you look. Like I don't see any Twitter shit show. I just follow like a bunch of like, you know, streamers and some like gaming companies and stuff, and I don't see any. And I pretty much don't even see any. Feels good, man. Like no like drama streamers and stuff. Just, you know, Cool Carnage, Down Gaming, you know. All our boys done. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I do kind of look sometimes in like the stuff happening on the platform, for example, right? Because, I mean, it's my bread and butter. So I do kind of look in like live stream fails sometimes and everything to see what's happening, what are people getting banned for and everything. Sometimes read into some like shit happening, but you know, it's like, it's not like being invested into it. It's kind of actually feels good that you just kind of like seeing it there, reading it, and you kind of don't really give a shit about that. I mean, it's like, and you're not part of it, you don't care about it, and it feels good. No, the Hideki Kamiya, yeah, he went insane there. Deep Rock Galactic developer launches Ghost Ship Publishing. Publishing label is on pace to announce slew of upcoming titles on March 2nd. Maybe they'll make a show or something we can watch. Yeah, that's funny because these guys were acquired by Embracer, which is a publisher, and now they have a publisher label inside the publisher label. Another one of those, It's following OTK. Whatever. I mean, I still follow Osman, S-Fan, NMP, Soda. There was a bunch of stuff going on there, obviously. But I think a lot of other content creators there are kind of already. I mean, following, you know, it's not like I just, you know, I don't even watch content nowadays, really. But yeah, kind of like checking what is up there. Sometimes I do. Mostly as fun, I was actually following even before that, because we were in the restaurant at DreamHack together. That was like the first time. Well, actually, I heard about him before, I guess, but the first time we kinda got introduced. Embracing themselves is not a publisher. Yeah, it might be not exactly Embracer. It might be like some, yeah, another one of like the daughter companies, child companies there. You know, would consume as Mongols content voluntarily. It was nice, like the background stuff, because it's, you know, it's talking, and it's basically like a news recap of whatever is happening on the platform and stuff. So yeah, I was watching that. At some point I did. Now I don't even watch anything, just not to take time because I'm bad at multitasking. But that was kind of good to still do something else. You just get like a free recap of everything's happening on the platform in one place in one go, without the need to go looking into stuff. I don't think XQC is in any organization. Well, I mean, he was like in some esports organization. I think he quit too. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. Ubisoft emphasizing predictability after downgrading targets. Third quarter results show holiday sales up. Yeah, that's what I remember reading that. Hey, Pelantris, hello. Holiday sales up 6.1%. Bookings slide 2.6% on significant drop of back catalog bookings. I like that phrase though. Ubisoft emphasizing predictability. So they're gonna go even with more like more of just the same they're already doing. Enhance predictability across our production and through our cost reduction efforts. Improved predictability, company said it has spent the past year and a half taking the production framework from Montreal and Quebec City teams that produced the last 3 Assassin's Creed games and replicated it in its other franchise. Brother. They're not even like, you know, pretending. Holy shit, dude. Oof. Oof, man. What the fuck? Insane. I mean, there's nothing like bad in that, and in particular, right? Something works, you just kind of like extrapolate that everywhere and try to make more money out of it. That's fine, right? But it's like, it's already, everyone is memeing on you that you do just the same stuff again and again. And now they are like, okay, we're not even gonna try to do anything else, just like full on And like I would understand if they would be struggling or something, right? Like I mean, they're struggling for different reasons, not financially, probably. Like why? Is like completely all right? We're stopping even trying. Just like Assassin's Creed everywhere and under every sauce. It's like you're in the restaurant, but it's basically just like, you know, it's just pasta, which I guess is any like Italian restaurant probably. Haha. Under different sauce. I see next gen, I see. I don't care if don't care about the drama. Well, I mean it depends. Like when there's a streamer and stuff, you kind of like at least need to know what's happening, right, on the platform. Who's getting banned for what nowadays and stuff. If you're a very professional streamer, that you need to know, look into it even more, because you need to know what's the meta, right? Who plays what, you know, what's trendy and everything. That part I kind of don't really care too much about. But in general, knowing what's happening is good. In drama, well, as long as you're not part of it, whatever. Whatever. It's kind of funny though how it, you know, like it always was like memed upon. But the TV is trash. Like, you know, the content creation and stuff is gonna be like, you know, something new, something better. But then it all comes down to the same, you know, like celebrity type of stuff with all the drama and shit. Just lower, you know, scale celebrities. It made $1 billion in Valhalla. Yeah, I mean, as I said, like it's so logical. It just like sounds so funny. Sounds so funny. Not to mention, like at least, you know, like try to innovate a little bit here and there. Like, why even like would this have the same framework from Assassin's Creed to some other games that you know, people just kind of like, people already committed to Assassin's Creed franchise, right? They know what to expect. And if they will be getting the same stuff but like in different games, like will they really like it? Like the Assassin's Creed stuff works not because it's, you know, how it works, but because it's Assassin's Creed, basically, in my opinion. Like you can kind of make it work to some extent, like in Ghost of Tsushima, for example. I think like kind of like the biggest example recently, I guess. Sure, you can, but it's still, you know, it had its own other like what is it, the UTP, I forgot, the unique trading proposition or whatever. Like they had like their own like selling points. It's like PlayStation exclusive, right? Has a little different twist, different universe that appeals to a lot of people too, and that kind of stuff. Some user development to Skull and Bones. I don't think Skull and Bones was actively developed though. Like they literally took just a piece of a Black Flag and then they were just kind of iterating on that and everything. I think it's kind of the same as like Fallout 76. It was kind of like inner plugin or something that someone made for funsies, and they decided to like kind of, you know, get it extended into the whole game. As you so I see. Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying it just they took they managed to get the same framework work, but I think reasons were different. Not because of the framework, but because of, you know, PlayStation exclusivity, setting and stuff and shit like this. Can Ubisoft also do the same? Just like make something new and bring the same setting? I mean, they kind of tried though, right? Like, under different guises they did, and it didn't really work that well for them. It's like Assassin's Creed is the one that is pumping for them. It doesn't mean if you make something like it but not Assassin's Creed, it's also going to be automatically pumping because it's like successful framework. I don't think so. If anything, I think they need to do something else, just not to cannibalize the sales and provide some diversity for their portfolio. But I mean, it's kind of nice to see that, you know, they are completely open and, you know, just admit that they're going to be copying Assassin's Creed all over their other platforms and the projects. Saudi Game Groups invests 265 million in Chinese esports firm VSPO. Saudi government-owned gaming outfit aims to grow mobile esports within the country. Oh, here we go. And another one. And another one. The Phoenix Rising thingy, yep. I think that kind of was... I mean, it maybe even did kind of okay-ish, but no one really heard about that, I feel like. It just like went under the radars. I think I heard it's okay game, but... yeah, it just didn't go places. Embracer sales up 128% during Q3, but organic growth down. CEO Lars Wingefors pointed to a stable quarter with tough year-on-year comparisons. 1.1 billion in net sales, up 128% year-on-year, but down 3% in organic growth. PC console sales, $339 million, 64% up. Mobile, $149 million, up 2% year-on-year. Profit, $141 million. The Embracer doing good. Stable Q3. Goat Simulator was mentioned as the primary sales driver for the quarter among Embracer's new releases. Imagine when Goat Simulator is your main driver there, dude, huh? That flop Saints Row, they got a bunch of shit there. What did we even get from them? The problem is it's hard to even like look what was published by them because Embracer is like a whole bunch of like child companies there. Like technically Gearbox owned by Embracer. So what's the name? Tiny Tina, for example, that stuff technically from them. Yeah, the Goat Simulator and stuff. I wish it would be showing, but yeah, it's just like they have like a lot of like companies in their conglomerate that is like hard to monitor. They got a bunch of stuff there. I mean, I'm not even sure. Can we see with THQ or with something else? I think they mostly have like just a bunch of you can't even like see it this way, I think. Let's get something that they own, which I actually also can open, because Goat Simulator, was it on Steam actually, or was it on the Epic? Yeah, I think third one is not on Steam even yet. What else did they have there? That one, who's publishing this one? Remake. Let me see. Let's try THQ Nordic, for example. Yeah, the SpongeBob stuff they got. Spellforce Conquest of EO was just like a few days ago, a few weeks ago, basically. The Destroy All Humans 2... Police 2, I think. Yeah, that was already kind of a while ago. Oh, the Valiant they had, yeah. Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, like a bunch of stuff I played basically too. Helix 2, yeah, even that one also. Biomutant was already like 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah, almost. And that's only one studio. They have like a whole bunch of stuff there. Yeah, Desperado is also by them. Like, the Embracer is only one. Now, THQ Nordic is only one. There is also Embracer. There's also, like, all these, like, other brands they have there. And sub-brands. Because, yeah, like, the... What's the name? Gearbox is theirs now, so... They do have a lot of stuff. And they do release a bunch of stuff, too. Alright. And the Giga Chad. Sega to increase Japan-based employee salaries by 30%. A wage jump will be effective in July, and university graduates' initial pay at the firm will grow by 35%. Yeah, they sold Sonic well, so now they actually sold it really well. Now they also gonna be investing into next Sonic more money. They were surprised how much they made with Sonic, so next one are gonna get the increased budget now too. And higher salaries. Not always you hear that. Not often. Oh, Coffee Stain also? Damn, yeah. They have a bunch. They have a bunch of stuff there. Alright, screenshots of Twitter because I can't open it without VPN and I don't want to turn it on right now and reconnect to Twitch. So, there it is. Diablo 4 open beta coming soon. Early access for pre-orders. 17th of March to 19th of March. Open beta 24th to 26th if you like get selected to it. But yeah, if you pre-order, you get guaranteed access to at least early access and I guess open beta too. Probably. It's sold really well. It's sold really well for them. Sherlock Holmes The Awakened delayed for a few weeks. April 2023. Yeah, dudes are fucking working in the war zone with bombings and electricity off regularly. So, totally understandable and absolutely fucked. Very different than Diablo 3? I don't know, looked very different. Looked very different. Since the launch of Immortal Empires last August, dev team has been working tirelessly to bring the Slaver of Love, the most ambitious game mode ever released in Total War, to as many players as possible. Today, thanks to their passion and dedication, we are thrilled to announce that Immortal Empires has now moved out of beta and all owners of Total War Warhammer 3 can now enjoy the core experience regardless of whether they own the previous two titles in the trilogy. Alongside this, purchasing the earlier games and DLC will now unlock their respective lores and Immortal Empires, allowing new players the freedom to pick and choose the content they want to expand and explore the combined Battlefield and Warhammer 3. Nice, nice. On the 2 years, wait, who? Yeah, doesn't look like 3 to me whatsoever. Like, it looks like more minimalistic in terms of UI because, well, you do not even see it that much. And, yeah, it looks like a little bit more old schooly to it, a little bit. Not, like, super grim like it was, but, like, a little bit more, like, gritty, I guess. It did look like a little, even, like... I didn't watch a lot of gameplay because I know I'm gonna play it for a fact, so I didn't want to watch too much. But, yeah, it seemed kind of, like, not that much action going on. Like, the crowds of mobs are not that big. So we'll see. But it's Diablo, so yeah, it's something I automatically gonna play as soon as I can. That's pretty much it. No, Immortal Empire already launched long ago, though. Right now, they launched it fully out of early access. Until now, you needed previous games to play it. Now you don't need to. Yeah, Termask, yeah. Like, some you just don't even, like, touch. Some of the tweets you just know what's gonna be there, and yeah, you don't even want to look into it. The Atomic Hearts on midnight basically release everywhere, so yeah, I gotta play it on Tuesday on my stream, probably since the morning, I guess. Why not? I see portable. I see. Well, the requirements for this one are actually quite mild, and some people said like the optimization is good. We'll see about that. I will be pleasantly surprised if that's the case, actually. Hail to everyone who bought Warhammer 1 and 2 just to play it. Well, now you can buy also DLCs to Warhammer 1 and 2, and you're gonna get the lords and everything, so you know. That's something. Hogwarts Legacy, a DLC. Developers say there is nothing planned. There is nothing planned for DLCs. No current plans for DLCs doesn't mean that down the line they will come up with something. They probably will, I have a feeling. Probably. Wouldn't be surprised. But for now, none. For now, none. Atomic Heart dev build leaks online. It is claimed. Yeah, apparently November dev build got leaked completely online, so we'll see. We'll see. That probably like might potentially lead to like some people sailing under the black flag. You're getting it a bit earlier there. Ignore this. 4A games, Metro Exit, the sequel, is fully playable. Fully playable already. Details suggest the game could be revealed later this year with a tentative release window of 2024 if Metro Exodus reveal and release schedule is anything to go by. So yeah, it's gonna be another one kind of soon-ish already, seems like it. I see Sakurai. This balance there. Yeah, portable pretty much. A new Civilization game in development from Firaxis Games. So they're working on another one. We'll see. We'll see. There's kind of like no details really on this one. So a bunch of people left. A bunch of changes in the company. But now they're making another Civ. They're still pumping stuff for the 6th one, which is kind of useless stuff though, to be honest, just new leaders and everything. So we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna have in the next one. Maybe it's gonna be another sci-fi one, like Beyond Earth and everything. That one didn't really get a lot of praise, but I mean, it was alrighty. I liked it. Yeah, next gen, yeah, pretty much. Kind of same, I will say that I think deluxe one. And yeah, all the big expansions for sure you're gonna need to buy. Physical copies of Redfall won't include the disc, which is another one, quite common one. Bethesda updated website to state that the physical edition of the Xbox Standard Edition will come with a Blu-ray disc. So you imagine buying physical copies, dude, nowadays. Physical retail version of the PC version does not come with a disc of the game. Xbox Standard Edition is the only SKU that provides players with the physical disc of the game. Physical, my ass, dude. Imagine. And the classics, man. You're right, and that seems like it. It's online only title. That is actually true, yeah. I don't think it's gonna make much difference because yeah, it's online only, so you're still gonna need to be connected and stuff. So yeah, doubt it's gonna make a huge difference. Doubt it, but still kinda weird. Physical disc of Destiny 2 is actually useless, way completely. Did they cut all the content that was in the disc already? Last disc was Skyrim? Oh dude, I don't even remember what was my last one. Well, I guess technically, like, some of the collectors I had. You could count those probably, right? That's probably the last ones really there. Can resell the discs. Yeah, that's a good stuff. On PC, usually not really, though, because you need to activate that stuff and everything anyway nowadays, right? Matter with slow internet for people paying for data. Yeah, that also is good stuff. That also is good stuff. But yeah, for online only games, you can't resell them. Yeah, even if it's like on console version, you probably can't really, unless you sell like the account with it or something. Not for only online only games, as in like you still need to download. Well, you still kind of get at least like the basic stuff on the physical, right? And then you just kind of update over that. The problem is if it's like, yeah, already like a years old version, then it's gonna be pretty chunky updates anyway, right? But might still save you some traffic there. Servers being scuffed for 2 days, so no one can really play it on release. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't seen like the Game Pass, Microsoft's Game Pass again on Keymailer. They haven't restarted yet, so I have mine until middle of March, I think, and then my Game Pass will be over. I need to do all the stuff I wanted with it until then. Still Pentiment there. I'm gonna get that Pentiment going. Man, I wanted to play something else on top, but like kinda got a bit late already with this one. Already. Feels bad, man. Damn, the sermon streams, holy shit. Insane. 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 What a time to be alive. Time, guys. It's time to pray. It's time to pray. It's actually kind of interesting because a lot of like the... whenever you like look for some tech info on like the streams with some like, you know, like dank tech stuff, like using TAMs and everything, multiple cams and everything, it's quite often just like churches, church streams and everything. Like they usually have like pretty good setups, and they have pretty good how do you say, goals to achieve on their setups and everything. So yeah, they experiment with that stuff a lot. Very curious, very interesting. Ban Jesus on YouTube. Oh yeah, true. I was posting some weird stuff there. Shaking my SMH, man. Shaking my SMH. Yeah, that's the future is now. The future is now, old man. Insane. Insane. Them next gen, them. Gotta be educational there. I see. Amazing. What a time to be alive. Yeah, what a time to be alive. Alright, so we did get all the stuff I wanted to do today, yeah? Nice. Did it. I gathered all the news. Let's see. Let's see. You're right. Should I get some of that real quick there? I think I wanted to maybe try to finish all the classes. I have like one more class. Let's do this one real quick. Just real quick. Real quick. I just want to check the one last class in that one, and then I go and call it and go grab some food. One moment. Let's do a bit of Aces and Adventures real quick. So yeah, the